Mission First Tactical is the official tactical accessories provider for the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for an exclusive 20% discount on all orders.
All right, lead heads. Welcome back to the Talking Lead podcast. I am your host, Lefty, where we leducate the uneducated. And this is a very special edition of the Talking Lead podcast. This is a bonus episode you guys are getting this month. Just kind of something we threw together last minute. Thanks to my right-hand man. Let me put him over here on my right hand. Evan.
There you go.
Evan, welcome in, buddy.
They put baby in the corner.
Glad to be a part of this. Glad we were able to get some KB competitors on the show, and it's going to be a good one. Excited for it.
Yeah. So you didn't bury the lead. So we are going to be talking about Kalash Bash Texas, which I did not go to this year, but I get to live vicariously through you guys. So I really appreciate everybody taking the time to be on and fill me in on everything I missed. So we're going to go around the horn here and let everybody introduce themselves. And everybody just saw Evan. Everybody knows Evan. And then to Evan's left or right, I don't know. It'd be my right on the screen. You're watching us on the screen. It'd be your right. We have the Slavic Cowboy, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going, guys?
AKA Tom.
Yep, Tom. Coming out from Wisconsin, and thank you for having me on here. Thanks, Evan, for the invite, and yeah. I know all the rest of you guys, so awesome to see you on here.
Well, we're glad to have you and appreciate you taking the time. Soon to be, you're telling me you're going to be moving to Tennessee. So
Yep. I'll be down there soon.
Move to freedom, baby. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Very good. And then Brady Bunch style, we'll go down below me, where we have the beautiful, the talented Miss Scarlett.
Oh.
Welcome in.
I love it when you lie to me, but thank you. Thanks for having me on here. I'm super excited to talk about KB Texas, and I am in Texas. I do practice at where they host the KB at, and since this is me starting to do matches, it was just kind of nice that I'm familiar with the terrain, basically. So
yeah, so you get to cheat.
Just a little, but I kind of need that handicap.
That home turf advantage, huh?
The bumpers for Scarlett, yes.
There you go.
I could have used some of those.
Yeah.
And then to Scarlett's right, welcome in the Possum, ladies and gentlemen. Not to be confused with George Jones. You kind of look like him.
Appreciate it, guys. I really thank y'all for bringing me onto this podcast. Greatly appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we appreciate you joining us, and you got your buddy back there. I say, who you got there?
Yep.
This is Baboose. He's a German Shepherd Malmix, and
nice.
He likes squirrels.
Baboose. Hey, Baboose, your picture.
That's good looking pupperoni.
And then the other one, Gemma.
Oh, you got two. Where's the other one?
She's
hiding. She's a little camera shy.
Yeah, she's camera shy. She's under the blanket.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a Chewini. She looks like a miniature version of Baboose.
Oh my gosh. Okay. A Chewini. I don't think I've ever seen a Chewini.
I never heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah, neither have I.
Chihuahua wiener dog.
Leadheads.
Is that what Taz is?
Put it together. Give a big howl. Ho!
Oh! Hey guys, H-Town Werewolf. Hey, so I'm also from Houston, and I'm also a member out at the ranch.
Oh,
and,
so you got a cheating advantage also. Okay.
I do, and I'm also I'm staff for the event, so I help set it up, put the stages together. Well, not really put the stages, just some of the props, and then so I'm kind of in the background. I also did the for the event, the jockey for all the hot cold sessions. So I basically get to the ranch like I would say Thursday, and I don't leave until Monday, clean up and everything. So I'm pretty involved with the event for the past 3 years. So
Cool.
I like where it's going. It's growing. It's awesome. It's a really nice event. Sorry you
It is
couldn't go this
growing.
year.
It's growing exponentially. And I think four years ago is when I went. Was it 3 or 4 years ago? I can't remember.
I think they started in 2019.
Yes, it started in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, you don't give yourself enough credit, man. You helped run that show. You were a very
I helped
part of it.
I helped a little bit.
Bro, you didn't help a little
He
bit.
was my boss for part of it, so I saw him working.
Rodrigo was
I've been trying to get out of you,
and I could hear him while I was shooting. So I know he was having a great time.
Yeah, I did shoot the match though. So I shot the match on Friday. So Thursday when we got there, we did the prizes, right? We had to get all the bundles together for the prize table.
Yep.
Then I shot the match Friday, and then I worked the event Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. It's a badass event, and I think it's only getting bigger, guys. It's gonna be huge.
Yep.
So did everyone here shoot the competition? Shooting the competition?
Yep. Well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Was it just one competition shoot, or did they have different kind of classes and things like that?
They had the rifle and the subgun, and I did both Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so they had different classes that you could shoot in.
Yeah, and from what I understand, like the rifle, I didn't shoot it, so these guys could speak highly to it. But from what I've seen, it's broken down into different classes. So you have like your heavy, your irons, your optics, more of like traditional. So I'm sure these guys who actually shot it could speak a little bit to it. But I just shot the subgun, so I did the subgun free world.
Was this your first competition?
It was, yeah, man. It was awesome too.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely loved it. It was so much fun.
Evan busted his cherry. Nice.
Yeah, I did.
And how did you do? How did you fare?
So if I remember correctly, and maybe you guys could tell me better, but like I think there was like 234-ish competitors for subgun, and last I checked, I placed 81st. So
damn, top 100.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Man.
For your first
vector, so
competition, that's very respectable.
Yeah, it was so much fun though. Like everybody was just so, like I was crazy nervous, and then when I got there, it was just like everybody's like, "Oh, you need help with this? How can I help you? What do you need to do?" And man, the community was just—they were there for me for sure.
There's
Evan with the jerky,
and his
Everybody was nervous the first time, whether it's in bed or on the range.
So did everybody dress up?
I did for the first 4 stages, and then I was like, it's getting hot.
It's hot in here.
Yeah. And then I changed in the truck, and someone was parking an RV, so I apologize to whoever I mooned. You did park a little sideways, but
I'm sure there were a lot of moons that were
towards Saturday night, yeah.
rising setting there at Kalash Bash. If I cross one of your pictures, let me know so I can pull up and show the audience.
Oh, there's us on Sunday.
It's like Evan's in all of them.
Yeah, there's me.
Is that you?
Yeah, I was so hungover, and I found a mask in the car, so I didn't want anyone to see that I was wearing last night's makeup.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Wow.
That was perfect.
That's just how Kalash Bash goes.
and I fit in, so I was like, no one knew.
Is that a Mandalorian over here that I'm seeing?
Yes.
There was a lot of them, and I loved it.
Yeah.
A lot of Mandos. Oh, here's one, right?
Yeah.
Here's one.
Yeah.
Who was that? Did you guys find out who this was?
Ooh.
People that wore masks actually stayed in character.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody use that in a competition? That gun?
Not that one specific. So someone did run.
They ran a record player, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, they did run it, but I think that was a full auto one.
That's very cool. Very cool. What'd you dress up like, Werewolf?
So I did too.
Many
I did too.
characters.
So the day I shot the match, I did the Ace Ventura tutu. You know, when he's all
Yeah.
the tutu outfit. I
Yeah.
did that one. You won't see it in here because I think this is mainly for just
Oh, where's my
around the
costume?
match. You'll have to go to maybe
Is it on your YouTube channel?
it's on my YouTube. Yeah, I think I have one video where.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? Go to my Instagram. My Instagram. That way, you don't have to give the YouTube any creds. But
That's
if you
fine.
go,
If you want to grow your YouTube channel, that's up to you, brother. I just fuck YouTube. You know.
so you see that little there are the videos. You see him. You see the little guy in the desert. Go down to the next level on their video right there.
Okay.
That's-
Here we go.
yeah. So
This is another reason why I don't like YouTube.
oh
Ads.
yeah, ads suck. That's why
Yeah.
I think yeah. So they see me there. That's the squad 19. There's Possum. You see Possum over there in the corner. He was
Hell
there.
yeah.
So the stages were awesome, man. This they did a really good job with the.
So the one we're watching now, which stage is this? Did they have
we
names?
started at stage 3, and this was called something about gold mining.
Golden
so you had to pick up those
Yeah,
gold
that
nuggets.
was stage 4. I nailed the bucket.
Who's this shooting? Do you know?
3-gun Kenzie.
3-gun Kenzie.
Okay.
She
So I
ended
know-
up 13th overall from 360 shooters.
Top
I know a
lady.
few of our listeners also participated in this. So I didn't know if that might be one of them. The Badals, you remember the Badals?
Look there's a snake in my boots.
Woody.
Is that a real snake?
No.
No, he just tied a snake to his boot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Where are you at? I'm gonna fast.
Oh, I try to put a lot more people.
Here you
I'm
are.
in there. I'm in
Yeah,
there
that's
somewhere.
above.
Yeah.
Here you are.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
okay, Aro.
I could well I guess the person I told to record. Look, there I am there in the field. You see me? Yeah.
Do you have Princess Leia buns going on?
No, it's I got a wig that it's supposed to mimic it's supposed to mimic the hair of Ace Ventura, but
Here
I had it on backwards the whole time. I didn't realize it.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Princess Leia.
On the second to the last stage, somebody on my squad was like, "Hey, your wig's on backwards." I was like, "Oh man."
We saw me wear it backwards the entire time.
Werewolf. It's H-Town Werewolf on the YouTube.
Right. It's the same on Instagram, and I do a lot more crazy stuff on the Instagram.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll pull it up here in a little bit.
Sure.
So the is it 3 days? Is that what it is, or 4 days?
No, so it's 3 days. It's 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this year they made it to where every day you shoot the entire match. So in the past they would do like an AM PM. So you would shoot in the morning, then shoot in the afternoon, and swap. This year they made it to where you shot the entire match on one day. That way you had time to enjoy the event on the other days that you weren't there. That you didn't have to worry about like your break being too small between layovers, on the stages.
Yeah.
And then the pistol, they had an AM and a PM, and it was only 4 stages on the subgun. So you could get in, shoot the match really, in the morning, and then enjoy the rest of the event in the afternoon.
Yeah, subgun. I got in at 8 and finished around 12:45, so I was able, and it was right behind all the vendors. So as soon as I was done shooting, I parked my car really close by, so I put everything in there and then just enjoyed the event. So
what did you use for your subgun?
B&T. I borrowed a friend's B&T. I'm new to matches, so I really don't know what to bring, and everyone wants to help me out. That's actually a big part of the AK community, because the first one that I went to is the group of people that I met that now bring me to every match and bully me to go to matches. So that's what I love about them, is they're like, you're not doing anything this weekend. We're bringing all this stuff. Come shoot this. And of course, every match that I've been doing, I've been shooting someone else's gun. So I haven't practiced. So I just start at stage 1 fidgeting, figuring it out. And by stage 2, I'm like, oh, I got it. Like, this is great.
Takes a couple of stages to get warmed up. Yeah, definitely. What about the rest of you? Who else shot subgun besides Floody?
I did sub and rifle, so subgun was fun. Yeah, it was my first time doing irons. I figured everything's within 25 yards. It was fun. Yeah, I just did an AKV, irons, and blasted away. I did decent, a little over half in the squad, like in irons division. So,
and what was your cosplay?
So the wife and I were Bud and Sissy actually. So
who's
that
Bud and Sissy?
From Urban Cowboy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had the plates on my backpack, like how they had it in the back of the pickup truck. So we were just walking around having fun.
That's with John Leguizamo, right?
Travolta.
Leguizamo. Shit. Urban Cow. That's a classic, man. Did anybody really get it? I mean, or was everybody too young?
Yeah. No, there was definitely people that got it. Some were just.
You got to be my age to know what the Urban Cowboy is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know your age, but yeah, I guess I had older siblings, so
I'm 55. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have siblings are up there, so.
I'm not gonna lie. When you guys told me what you were dressing up as, I nodded and said, "Oh, that's cool." And then I went back to my car to look it up, and I was like, "Oh, that is cool."
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of the people in Texas got it. I mean, they knew what Gillies was. They knew all that stuff. So,
well, I mean, if you've been to SHOT Show, you know what Gillies is. Come on,
yeah,
come on now. And what about? Did you say you shot it also Possum? You shot the sub?
No, I only shot the rifle.
Okay. Did you shoot sub Werewolf?
I didn't. I did just the one day. I had to help out the other days, but it was fine.
And Flood, what did you shoot? You were shooting some kind of Chris or something?
Yeah, sorry, I lost connection earlier. I got real bad internet up here in the mountains. Yeah, so I shot the Chris Vector. Thought it was kind of different, weird. I mean, I figured.
Don't just tease.
Sorry, I meant to hide it. You know, I figured everybody would be running their AKVs and their KP9s. My KP9's fun, but I wanted to do something a little different and had to match the La Flama Blanca outfit. And then I hit up Davrinoff, and they made that custom rig that you guys seen in those pictures, which I was absolutely floored with the quality of that. That was so fun. And so kind of just tried to do that whole match with the setup. I did do an optic on it. There's no optic on it now. I rolled up with a sling and quickly realized that that's not wise. You don't want to shoot these matches with slings because you're throwing your platform onto all sorts of different platforms, I guess you could say.
Surfaces.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, people were like setting them on like wood tables you have to run around. So I didn't see that much in the subgun, but in the rifle I saw quite a bit of that. But yeah,
so
man, it was so much fun.
Danny McBride, is that who you are?
Yeah, it's Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down, okay.
Yeah, La Flama Blanca. A ridiculous show. But it was a fun outfit. I got to thank my wife, Cara, for putting it together for me. And, Davrinoff got that chest rig going. But like I was saying, man, I stayed with the KCI. What was that?
I said,
oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I stayed with the KCI boys, and the night before I was talking to them, and I was like super nervous because I'd never really competed in this type of competition before. And I was just afraid of like NDing or, I don't know, shooting somebody, doing something stupid. And they're like, dude, you're going to be super nervous about it. You're going to, fear the whole thing until you get there. And then it's just going to be this.
I remember when I was there, they had deer that would run around straight. Did they have the deer running around? Anybody shoot a deer?
I didn't see any deer, but there were hogs.
Yeah. Yeah, in one of my Instagram posts for Kalash Bash, I actually got a clip of like a really nice red stag. But yeah, they're always around.
Nice. Yeah, that's like a major no-no.
Oh, yeah. There's some expensive deer in there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
It'd be an expensive mistake to shoot one of those.
Yeah, they've been trying to move the wildlife out of there. So they have like a wildlife refuge not too far away, and they take when they catch stuff, they take it back over there. Because
do they have fences around that range?
They do, but man, them deers can jump
Oh
pretty
yeah,
high.
they can jump like 12 feet. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easily. Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, Blood, I got a Vector too.
Hey, really?
Yeah. Is yours in 45 or 9?
So I have a
somewhat
notorious video from YouTube that we did many years ago.
That's slick.
When they first came out, and it exploded.
Really?
Mine's a second gen. So this one's a second gen.
Rodrigo, you got to hit up Ferrotech. He makes a trigger mod screw, drops down from the top, and takes up a bunch of that slack. Ferrotech.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll definitely need to hit him up.
Yeah,
how'd you
trigger mod suck.
Bloody, how'd you get a white one?
Found it at a pawn shop.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Those pawn shop finds.
Is that factory or is that like aftermarket?
Yeah, they do the factory. They call it the Alpine White. But had to do like the Space Gat vibe, It was fun though, dude. 45 is a weird, it's the God's caliber. It's won 2 world wars, as they say. But man, it was knocking that steel down, and an accurate little pistol, or rifle, I should say. It's SBR.
What it is.
Yeah.
So, what did everybody shoot for the long gun? We'll start with Possum.
This year, I actually have it right here. This is
nice.
This is still a prototype version, but these are actually available at Krebs Custom. This is the M23. Actually, my company actually had a little input on this getting it out to the market. So extremely flat shooting, and then of course unrivaled siege break on the end. This thing was like a laser beam.
And you mentioned your company, so for our listeners, it's orddllc.com.
That is correct. orddllc.com.
What do you guys
sell? What we sell are high quality curated gun parts, and I'm also a third party R&D and T&E. So I do research and development and testing and evaluations for companies. So in short, Krebs Customs talked to Mark. He wasn't having time to go to the range to test the springs and stuff when it comes to the M23. And, this was several months ago, towards the end of last year. And so I stepped in, and the people that he was working with were not, sorry, I am doing my best on that website.
It's an up-and-coming website, Leadhead, so bear with him.
But I reached out to him and informed him that I do this third-party R&D and T&E. I have a background. I'm a machinist, and I'm also currently going to school for manufacturing engineering. I'm going to be specializing in CAD drafting and production processing. So
big brain on Possum.
Yeah.
Hey, where are you located? Which state?
Texas, greatest country in the world, baby.
You're in Texas. Yeah. Werewolves in Texas. Scarlet's in Texas.
Oh, look at that.
And then Thomas is going to be in Tennessee soon with me. Two Tennessee boys. We got to get Floody to move out of Utah.
I'm the outlier. Hey, y'all got to move to Utah. It's purdy up here.
Nah, they got too many alcohol rules there. Can't go with that.
It's that high altitude. You can't handle that high altitude, oxygen levels.
Love visiting there. Utah's beautiful.
I love it out there.
Y'all got to come out.
We're staying. We got a place to stay. We stay at Floody's.
There you go.
He's got a
couple shipping containers you can live in.
Just bring your sleeping bag. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna want to bring a bag.
And your air mattress. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
How about you, Scarlett? What was your long gun, girl?
Yeah, so I did the Orion by Syndicates, and luckily for me, as I stood there refreshing, trying to sign up for the rifle match, which I failed miserably. But subgun was there, so I was able to do subgun. Syndicus was going to be there for KB again for their second time this year. And my buddy Andrew, who's the owner, he actually has a bad shoulder he's about to do surgery on. So when he messaged me if I wanted to shoot instead of finding a better shooter, I was like, yes, instantly. I don't even know what gun you're giving me, but that sounds like a yes.
Is Lefty, a Syndicus that company that has that cool ass AK that was like the grand prize or something?
No, that was Stenzel.
Stencil, yeah. And those guys were in my squad, and they were hilarious and amazing people too. I freaking love them.
What does Syndicus do?
Syndicus is based off of LA. They're law enforcement. He made an AK that also takes MMP mags, so it had regular AR mags as well.
Okay.
So with my first time shooting an AK, it was kind of nice that I know this mag. I know how to put it in. The rocking still kind of is hard for me, and trying to do a mag change. Everything was on the opposite side, so that was new for me. I did enjoy the match the entire time, even though I was getting a little irritated with the costume. Once I changed, I was able to finish the last 6 stages pretty nicely. And then the next day when I did subgun, my familiar thing, I was just like, oh, this is the confidence boost I needed.
Is this Syndicus?
Yes, that's them.
Oh, okay, that looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
And they're out of California?
Yes, they are. And they're law enforcement, so I'm pretty sure Andrew has some way of doing the fun stuff down there. But he has been talking about moving it out here to Texas, so I'm actually really excited about that. And then shooting and representing this company, freaking love them. I also represented them also at SHOT Show last January.
Nice. I need an introduction with these guys. I would love to.
Yeah, of course. I can definitely hook you up with Andrew. Andrew's actually the one right there in the gray hat running.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like some cool shit they're doing there. So SYNDICUS Leadheads, if you want to check that out while we're talking about them.
Were they running the rival breaks on those as well?
It looked like it.
Yeah, you have to talk to Andrew.
Those things are wild, man. So effective.
Is that what you got on yours, Possum?
Oh yeah, I got.
I thought I saw it. Yeah.
This one's the M20. This is the Siege break. Sorry. So this one you can't adjust the holes, but I don't know if you can't really see, but there's little dimples right here. So if you want to adjust it, you can do that.
Yeah.
And their main one is the adjustable one. Now they have multiple set screws right here. Nice.
Yeah.
So you can tune it to you as a shooter, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So highly recommend.
What's the name of that company?
Unrivaled.
Okay.
Unrivaled Technologies.
It's just wild seeing you guys shoot them. They're crazy flat. Just like zero muzzle rise.
Yeah, and that's Zach Smith and Kyle Litzy. Kyle Litzy being the world's best shooter.
I know Kyle. He's been on the show before.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kyle's awesome.
Like Kyle. Yeah.
Those breaks are amazing for everyone, or actually only for the shooter. Everybody else hates them things.
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
Oh my God. The ROs stay way behind you. They're like,
well, with that break, you don't really need to be close.
What did you shoot, Werewolf?
I shot a Galil, a Rock and Lock 545 Galil.
Let's see it.
Hell yeah.
Show it.
Yeah.
Is that Gen 1?
Yeah, it's a Gen 1. Let me turn on the light a little bit.
Look at you go, bro. Dang.
The influencers here.
Yeah. So, yeah, this thing was,
give us
it's
the runway
an SBR.
Yeah. Let's see all
SBR.
angles.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Shooting 5.45 at a match? I didn't know you were a baller, bro.
Man, this thing was
Flex
it was a
on it.
laser beam. Damn.
What
I
break
bet.
you got on yours? What's that break?
This one is a JMac. So,
Okay,
Nice.
yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah,
yeah, that's a JMac on that one.
a lot of them got things that look similar, so it's
Yeah, it's man, it's a really smooth. I just added the AOG trigger to it. So
where'd you get the
Hold
wood?
up.
these little wood panels, man.
Occam? Did you get those from
I don't
Occam?
remember. I don't remember where I got them, but
That might be Levtech.
maybe
Yeah.
they're nice because they they do help with heat. So
Yeah.
as you're
Yeah.
grabbing
Wood's
Just-
a great absorber for the heat.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
What handguard is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Handguard? Oh, that's
Ar-
an RS Regulate.
Ooh.
You already
Okay.
know that, my boy.
Sick.
Let's go.
Hey, RS Regulate makes the best stuff, dude.
Damn right they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
what
good.
ALG trigger did you drop in it then? Because I've got the Gen 2 13-inch 545, and every time I look into those, they're like, no, this won't work with the 545 wheels.
So
Is that-
you have to order it specifically from Dissident. Dissident
Okay.
does they buy the triggers and then they grind them down. They do something to them because when I got mine, it was fully polished, and then you could tell that they like chop stuff up inside. There was pieces that were like you could tell it was like a fresh chop. So they do something to
Gotcha.
the triggers to where they just fall in and they work. They're a little bit more. I want to say like a normal trigger is
Yeah.
like 130. One of the Dissident ones is like 180 because they do the treatment to it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got it at the ready.
Damn.
Tommy, the
He knows what's
sloppy
up.
cowboy.
Hell yeah.
So this is a very, very special gun to me, and I know Mark's going to eventually see this, but Mark Krebs and I put this together. So I am restoring his Jeep that his dad left him.
There you go. Little barter system. I like that.
Oh yeah, there's
Barter.
a little Croatian crest right there. You can see that. And then I named it after him, and I put Mali Marko, which means little Mark. So
You
But,
got a Kirkham shelf on that thing.
what was that?
Jeff Kirkham designed that the little edition you get for the mag.
Oh,
The mag-
the actual plate.
no, for your magazine. So flip it back over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing right
You're
there.
talking about that. This?
That Jeff Kirkham designed those. He came up with those. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, that's a play on what he designed because he
I
was,
was gonna say,
over in
exactly.
Afghanistan, and he used to get like I guess it was sardine can lids or whatever, and he would modify his AKs and put those on there so he could get because they were running a lot of night ops.
Yeah,
So
so you
feed
just want a shelf to drop it on.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know
Called
that.
Kirkham
In
shelf.
addition, yeah, in addition to what
Little
he does-
history, little trivia for you.
Little education.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, I've got it on my Occam AK back there.
There you go. Yeah, so he puts a spring on the actual release that
Yeah.
pushes the mag out.
Nice.
When you actually lock it in, it
Oh,
rests.
Mark does some phenomenal work, man. He does
I mean,
great
it's,
systems.
it ran like a champ. The wife and I hot swapped it, so she ran it, and then I ran it hot after every stage. So it's fun.
So it already needs a new barrel then.
It's in
Would you-
5.56, right, Tom?
Like,
Yeah,
would-
it's a mini Baril 5.56. I think like
That's
9
awesome.
million, but things. I mean, it's been out to 200 something yards already, so you got no problems.
Shit.
The great outdoors. A place where memories are made. Where adventures are born. And where the spirit is rejuvenated. At Pyramid, our commitment goes beyond just providing gear. We're here to connect you to the right product and service, tailor-made for your adventures. Every moment outside is an opportunity to embrace our passion, to learn, to experience, to bond. We believe in the power of the outdoors. And with top-of-the-line gear from Pyramid, you're not just experiencing the wild, you're becoming a part of it. Guided by our vision, we strive every day to share our knowledge and passion for the vast, beautiful world outside. Because when you're armed with the best, every expedition becomes an incredible experience. Pyramid. Adventures in recreation.
Where's your gun, Floody?
I didn't run rifle.
Oh, you didn't?
Dude, no, so I tried, but I mean, I was not quick enough to get a rifle because they literally sell out. I don't know. You guys can tell me like 20 minutes from when they drop them.
Not even
It
was
like
You know,
7.
it wasn't even that. It was minutes. I think it was like Friday was sold out in I think 12 to 14 minutes or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you get an official head count, Werewolf? What was the official attendance for this year?
I believe it was 1080 for the event, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's not
that-
counting like staff, right? That's just attendees.
That's just attendees, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think they had, if I'm not mistaken, it was like over 600 shooters. So they had 300 and change on the rifle, and then the rest were all PCC shooters.
Were the vendor numbers up also? They have more vendors this year?
The vendors were way up this year. A lot more. A lot of new vendors too. So
Yeah, that was cool to see.
To
some
be honest,
vendors.
that's my favorite part of it is going and visiting the vendors, seeing all the you can buy stuff there.
Yeah,
you can. Yeah,
that's the cool thing about that event, man, is that there's competition and then there's vendors. It's so unique in that aspect.
Oh, I mean, people ask me about it, and it's like, this is not just a competition. This is an event, a concert, and then you can shoot there. Like there's so much going on that it's just like
it's an experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the AK community compared to any other matches that I've been to, Kalash Bash was the one that I first went to, and man, instantly the first day that I went to, I was like, all of the AK community, everyone warned me, they're like, they're kind of weird, and I was like, well, good, I want to go now. I want to meet these people, and ever since the first day, I've been meeting every person, new people, and people that probably know me on Instagram.
So also something I noticed this year, I know you had Scott on here with Artists Regulate. He held off on releasing and announcing stuff until Kalash Bash. I know Scott's not the only company. I know JMac, they come out, and some of the discounts that you get at the event is just unreal.
Yeah.
The fact that you can go get these parts at a huge discount, see the latest and greatest stuff, and also meet the creators, the minds behind these companies. It's mind-blowing. And then seeing, I think last year I captured it, both Scott and Justin, talking shop, like that's something crazy. Zach Schaefer and Krebs Custom, I've only seen it at Kalash Bash. It's only at Kalash Bash.
Yeah, I mean, some of the conversations that you can be a part of there. You know how people say, "I wish I was a fly on the wall." You can be a fly on the wall there because they talk shop. People talk shop, and it, like you said, it's the biggest names in the AK industry that are there, and they're swapping ideas and shooting the shit, and it's a great time. I know it. So like 4 years ago, I mean, it's probably like doubled or tripled since then. So I can only imagine what it's like now. And then the after party, the bonfire.
Yeah.
I don't think they had didn't they have like a full on concert this year with bands and a stage?
Yeah.
They didn't have that. I think the year that I was there, but
last year as well. Last year was
yeah.
Of like the full blown concert, but you could go back and watch some of the like the recap video from last year is actually a good one.
Yep.
You can kind of get an idea.
Who was the band that played? Was it somebody?
Rise Against the Machines and Korn, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a cover
bands.
Cover bands.
Oh, I was going to say, no shit.
Yeah, we went all out.
Yeah.
It's real big now.
See Jonathan Davis and Monkey and all of them in person at Kalash Bash, bro.
Yeah,
that would be. I'll be fanboying like crazy if they were to show up.
If they went around saying that, I'm pretty sure the numbers would be bigger next year.
Yeah, I think it would be a legitimate concert with some shooting. That's what it would be.
Get that guy from Five Finger Death Punch. He's a gun guy. He definitely.
Hell yeah.
He would come.
Well,
Yeah, dude, that concert was wild. The bonfire, that whole experience. I love how Clay and Tony, they kind of like split the award ceremony. That was the best decision because last year, we tried to hang out for the award ceremony as long as we could, but it just went on forever and ever. So this year they split it to where they did like the LARPing and the random and gave away a bunch of guns night of the concert, which was just such a great idea. By far my favorite was the LARP group. Marty, if you go one post over to the Donald Trump guy, absolute gem. Like this guy was, I don't know if y'all had the chance to meet him. I don't know his real name, but like they had the two Secret Service guys and then JD Vance character and the Donald Trump character. These guys were just they were the best.
And they stayed in character the entire time.
The entire time. Like, it was so good. I went up and met him. He's like, you have the best outfit? This is the best outfit ever? Like, it's like, dude, what? It was so good. Every time you go up and shake his hand, the Secret Service like, that's enough. That's enough. Back off.
Was this your answer to the ATF guy? Remember the ATF guy a few years ago?
Yeah, that was my first KB. And I was there like, what's going on? Like standing right there. Apparently that was like the fake $20 that is hanging when you register on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was bold, definitely. So for those who don't know what we're talking about, there was one year this guy dressed up like an ATF agent, and he was actually spending counterfeit money. And he got busted, didn't he? Didn't he get arrested?
He did. Yeah.
But they never found him again.
Yeah, never to show up again. We've even like asked and requested if anyone knows him, like come forward. We need to know the story from the other side.
We need closure.
I bet the police department, his info. You gotta get in touch with the police department.
Right.
So I'm trying to find awards where they gave awards away. What kind of prizes did they have this year? Because the prizes, I know the year that I was there were insane, and everybody is eligible for prize. You don't have to shoot in a competition. That's
correct.
Yeah,
man, the prizes were wild. They just gave away tons and tons of rifles. I don't know the exact number. Maybe H-Town can tell us, but I thought it was somewhere around like 110K worth of prizes. And and both Saturday night and Sunday night, they're giving away, rifles, optics. I walked away with the stuff and things, Bison kit, and it's just the amount of stuff they're giving away was really, really cool. So and like you said, you don't have to compete. So even just attending the show and having a pass with a number on it, you have the opportunity to win an incredible rifle or just an incredible prize and have a ton of fun.
I bet were they giving away cans too? Do they have cans?
Yeah, Dead Air gave away a can and a rifle combo.
Yeah.
Was Mike there?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Was he? Nice. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a good man. I don't know what he thought about my outfit.
I mean,
what the fuck?
I mean, knowing that guy, I mean, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like,
no, he does not.
Never floats
Zero to give. Yep.
So what did the rest of you guys win? Did anybody else win anything? Did you walk away with a
Tommy
nice
didn't
prize?
win shit. Tommy did not win a damn thing. It's coming to my FFL.
It's a touchy subject. I didn't even want to bring it up.
Oh, whatever, bro. Bring it up.
Come on, Tommy, spill
Whatever.
it,
Do you already have it? Do you have it yet?
I don't have it yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be all worked out. But if you go on their page, the Stenzel is actually the rifle that I won.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, you won
He
the big
won.
grand prize thing?
Yeah. So
By like 1 decimal, probably.
one clap, half a clap.
No, dude, the crowd loved you. It was so much fun being up there. Like, it was what an experience. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I was still in shock with that, and I go back to the fire and still zoned out. I already finished a bottle of homemade stuff with the Stenzel guys. We're standing there, and I hear a number being called over and over and over, and I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I know that number, and I look over to my wife's ticket, her tag, and I'm like, that's your fucking number. And I'm like, my wife won. My eyes just start yelling. She's running up there. There's another guy going up to the stage, and he was 433, and she finally gets up there, and they're like, 443, you won, and she won a Texas Weapon System RPK. And that's off of a random number choice, and they were about to skip her. Like, they were going to the next number. And I was like, fuck.
You guys racked up, man.
Hey, honestly, we've been there. This is our fourth, I guess 2021, 22. Yeah, we didn't do lethal, so it's our third one. And like, I don't care about winning or anything. Like, I've never won anything off the number choice or anything, but like, never even caught anything. I was just like, whatever. I don't, at this point, I don't care. And then that happened with the spirit animal. And then she gets called, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
you guys needed to buy a lottery ticket that day.
Yeah.
Right?
Is this you right here?
That is me. That is me going wild. There is a video of that moment right there, and I'm pretty sure that's how I lost my voice originally. Was just
Yeah.
That's not
No doubt.
boy. You're dressed something different there.
Oh yeah, so that was just my outfit for the night, but
It's like a tracksuit though. I like it. It's a camo tracksuit.
oh, so it's a legitimate Adidas tracksuit from Germany. One of our German buddies, Pascal, actually got it for me for the last birthday.
Dude,
but
I want one of those.
It's limited. Dude, I was asked, I was offered. I was like, I don't know anything about it. He told me it's limited edition. It was out for 1 year, and if you didn't buy it, you don't have it. And I was like, shit, sorry guys.
Dude, that's an honor. Yeah, it's an honor to get that.
I love Pascal. I'm glad he made it home.
Yeah, after his story. Yeah, we had some craziness, but he's all good now.
So what else? Who else won something?
I won something, but I already traded it. I won the PSA Crink, but I already have one, so I was like, I already got one. In fact,
trade, mate.
Let me
What'd you trade for? Show us what you traded for.
All right, so I just got my Crink back from. This is the PSA Crink. I just got it back from Mark Fit and Fire. He did some reviews with it. This already has like 2,500 rounds in it. So we're testing it, getting
it broke in. Yeah.
Getting it broken, yeah. So I already had one, and a friend of mine, Corey, is I think it's a AK Airy Day. He's like, hey, I got a Mac 90. I'll trade you for it. I was like, I'll take it.
Nice. Where's your Mac 90?
That's a 5.56, right?
The Mac 90, ooh, man, I don't know. He just showed me a pic. It doesn't have a mag in it, so I don't know what caliber it is.
No, the Crink that you got, that's the 5.56 Crink.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, this is the 5.56 Crink.
Yeah, because they just dropped their 5.45 Crink. It was at KB.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Oh shit, dog.
Yeah. This is the OG Crink, so this is like for real.
Is that a Bulgarian or a Tula?
H-Town Werewolf. This is a Arsenal SLR.
Bulgarian.
Yep.
Sick.
I'm assuming
We should hang out, bro.
Town means Houston. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hootin. Who else wants something? Scarlett, did you win something?
No, I took off my costume. So by the time they came by and I mooned the RVs, I was already in PJ shooting the rest of the match. I was like, I'm
have
out.
a costume to win.
Yeah, it's on the Kalash Bash. Syndicus tag Kalash Bash. When you were scrolling, I saw the cowgirl outfit that I was wearing. I tried to do some sort of skeleton like their promo for Kalash Bash, and then I went with all black and figured out I was like, oh, watch Tombstone like 6,000 times, and I was like, all right, I need this belt, I need this.
Favorite movie.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, they also had an award for the best mustache. I just didn't grow mine in time.
Doc
that was a pretty funny one.
So with the wins, like what it is best boots, top, lady, and then there's just a bunch of different choices of what you could win for.
Yeah, like the group LARP. And then they had the one where they called the random numbers and you shot each other with the Nerf guns. But the best, Marty, that you missed out on was so the Donald Trump guys. So what was it? JD Vance got called up for his random number to shoot someone else with a Nerf gun. And they did like a showdown. So it was like, one guy shoots another. They step up to the next round. But for the first one, the bodyguard Secret Service dude jumped in front of the Nerf, hit JD Vance. It was so gold. Like you could have not done any better. Like they just it was perfect.
There's got to be
maybe someone, but I haven't seen it yet. And there was a bunch of people like crowded around him. But yeah, so he won a rifle, and then the group LARP they won. So like they had 4 guys, so they all won a rifle, which was super cool because they were just killing it. They had me cracking up.
Yeah, JD doubled up too. I just thought about that.
Yep, it was good stuff, man.
Outfit. What was your skeleton outfit?
Mine?
Probably on her page.
Oh, if you scroll down a little, mine's like probably one of the first ones. It was, if you keep going, I saw it earlier when you were looking. There it is, right next to him. Yeah. So that was the cowgirl outfit, and I ran in boots, cowboy boots. That was also another one where I was slipping through the brass, and I was like, I'm over it. I'm done.
And you didn't win anything for that? That's a good costume.
Thanks. No, I started early in the morning, took it off around like noon, and I was already in that pajama right there, touching his meat.
Sons of bitches.
But no, I was really happy at Subgun that I didn't wear my costume. There were a lot of girls that showed up and they were in their costumes, and I was really rooting for them. I was screaming. I was like, yeah, I'm glad girls are winning something here too.
Oh, yeah.
And who else? Possum, did you win anything? Did we already ask you?
I won it back in 2019.
Oh yeah, he has the build. I don't know if you know about Possum's
oh God.
Flashback.
You gotta tell him the story, Possum.
Which one?
Do we tell
the story of the tattoo, the free entry.
So the story goes, so me and Clay, we've been shooting together since like 2016. And one night, like 2018, 2019, Clay, Tony, and Brendan Herrera, everybody's drinking. They're on a live. They're talking about Kalash Bash. And they go, hey, wouldn't it be cool if somebody got our logos tattooed on them? I typed in the chat. I was like, done. Well, Clay knows me. Tony, he knows me as well. Brandon has no clue. Brandon's like, who the hell is this guy? And Tony like looked at it and he goes, no, I'm talking about like a full tramp stamp, like on the low back, everything, like all of our logos, like a trifecta thing. And I typed again. I was like, what part of done don't you understand? Dude, Tony goes, dude, Possum, are you fucking serious? I mean, we're talking about a tattoo on you, on your ass. I was like, okay. I was like, in front of people at Kalash Bash. I was like, yeah, I'm totally down. And they're like, what the fuck? So fast forward. So in return, I got a gun, which she just got a little upgrade. I kind of flashed it a little bit. This is it right here. This is the Kalash Bash gun. You can't really see it on here, but it says regrets and no regrets.
Regrets.
So now fast forward to Kalash Bash. Prior to the event, my ex-wife at the time, or my wife at the time, she said, you can't go to the event if you're going to get your ass tattooed. I was like, okay, I'm not going to get it tattooed. I still went and I got tattooed. So in front of everybody, this is the first time I ever met Mike Pappas, Scott, everybody. So they pretty much all saw it. And Sunday I go home, right? This is the fun story. I go home and kind of out of tradition, whenever I get back from like the field or out of town, me and the wife would take a shower together. Well, this time I'm just sitting naked on the pot, like, fuck, she's going to see it. And she's a huge English buff, like big time English buff. And I purposely put no regrets on it. And she goes, are you going to jump in the shower? I was like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. She gets done with the shower, leaves the water on. She goes, well, I left it on, so I jump in. I was like, sweet, I could just like wash myself and get out. Right when I get in, she pulls the curtain. She goes, hey, closes the curtain, opens it back up. What the fuck is that shit? Are you fucking kidding me? Slams the curtain, opens it again, like dramatic, crazy white woman moment, grabs my ass cheek, and she goes, no regrets. Are you fucking kidding me? Continues to claw at this fresh tattoo, not even 24 hours. Dude, oh my God.
Thus, the ex-wife.
Thus, yeah.
Believe it or not, it did actually contribute to my divorce.
I can see that.
But yeah. And so part of the agreement besides the gun is as long as I have the tattoo, I get into Kalash Bash for free every single year. Now there's been additions. There's been a few additions to it if you want to zoom in on this.
Well, plus you have to show it whenever they ask, right? So if they ask, you got to show it.
It's your entry.
So you're asking me.
Wait, pause. What's the rule?
Wait, why not now?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
This ain't
YouTube.
Damn.
Is that a potato? Is that a potato?
No, bring it back up. Bring it back up. Which one it is.
Freeze frame that shit.
Point it which one it is.
Which one is it? Oh God, no.
Point.
Which one is it?
Which one?
I'm like closing up to my laptop to see, just staring at this ass.
Nice.
Big ass. Just
sorry,
jump
boy. Nothing's going on here. He's like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, you know everybody's going to copy that and they're going to show it at entry and try to get it free.
Yeah.
Oh man, but this year was a little crazier because
you're a brave motherfucker.
There was a stage. There's a stage now, and last year I just kind of stepped up, grabbed the mic, started hyping up the crowd. So Clay was like, "Hey, we might use you on Saturday night for awards and stuff." I was like, "Cool." In between the bands, they bring me up. Dude, Clay didn't have to say shit. Ass tat. And I was like, oh my God. Dude, I kid you not. That's what people know me for is not me, not my nickname, not my business, but the ass tattoo.
Yeah.
Damn. And you are in what part of Texas?
Oh shit. Austin.
I'm pulling up estheticians. Waxing services in Austin. So help you out with that hairy ass there, buddy.
Yeah, please send me the link. Maybe there's the laser removal. The first Kalash Bash, I completely nared my lower body.
I love that.
You gotta add some color to it now. Now you gotta go back and get color added.
Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
but yeah, there
You
used to be
deserve
only,
you deserve free entry every year for life. Yeah.
Yeah,
it used to be
100%.
just Clay, Tony's logo, and Brandon Herrera's logo. Then Scott didn't know, Dissident didn't know. Polnar was like, dude, we'll hook you up with free stuff for the rest of your flight if you get our logo on you. They didn't say on the on the ass, so I just added it. And then this year, because I was shooting for Krebs, I was like, hey, Mark. And thanks to Tommy, Show, and Jamie, they're like, dude, Mark, you should tell Possum to get your logo tattooed on your ass. So Mark calls me. I was like, hey, what's up, Mark? He goes,
Unreal.
so about this ass tattoo. I was like, oh my God.
His ass.
I think we're gonna monopolize. We're gonna start sectioning out. You know how NASCAR has the small one. So I'm gonna start like we do like a land map.
The other ass cheek is actually for sale now. It's real estate.
We do the land map and we can split it up per parcel.
I already got 2 more company logos.
Please do not put
About
my
to go
logo.
back on.
Don't put my logo.
I want to see a flood munitions on there, bro. Come on.
We know which O is going to be the O.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't have to be a colored
I
tattoo.
love it.
You gotta put
Yeah,
that
man, that night, Saturday night when you showed it, it was so much fun. And then watching you shotgun the beer and it just going everywhere over stage. That was so good.
That's a whole nother story. Possum, don't make a mess. I'm sorry.
So the after party. Let's go to the after party now. So the after party, the concert. I'm sure there was some awesome food. They have food trucks. Is that what they had?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, vendors. Yep.
Taste the Asia or
Yeah,
Asian,
I
dude. That was so
the
good.
entire time.
Tacos.
Who got fucked up? Somebody had to get just like really fucked up.
Yes,
That was that Scarlet.
Scarlet, yeah, for sure.
I got so fucked up, I didn't even see the ceremony or the band or the fire starting. I was already hugging the ground
Way before all that started, huh?
way before. And it was because of AK Everyday who made the vodka punch.
Ooh.
And they had it in a baby stroller too. I have a picture of them like caressing this like vodka punch.
Is this on your Instagram?
No, that was on a private story.
Oh, okay.
And there's a reason why I wore the mask on Sunday. I was like, oh my God. I woke
You were
up.
hiding.
I was out.
Hiding from everybody.
Woke up and I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure my bathroom was to the right. Why is it to the left now? I had to get dropped off back to Kalash Bash, get my car, drive to my hotel, change, and pack. I only had like 5 minutes left until like I had to get out of there, and I was like, shit. So I went to I was sleeping underneath a booth at Syndicus for a little bit. Then I went to Goon Tape, and Goon Tape's like, we know. But no, I felt bad. I was just like, crap, this is my favorite part of like the night, and I ended it pretty quick. I was bummed.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and that's actually why I picked Friday and Saturday to shoot.
Timing. It's all in the timing. You got to time that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were definitely having a good time though. They kept trying to get me to drink some of that punch. I'm like, nah, I got like a 30-minute drive back to the hotel room. Like, I'm good. They're like, yo, bro, you're part of our group chat. Like, have some.
Did Ubers not go out there?
I mean, maybe if you got cell service to get them.
Yeah, if you have cell service. That's another thing I kind of liked over there while I was blacked out drunk. No one can post it until the next day. I'm like, delete the shit.
Is it Eagle Pass? Is that where this is?
Eagle Lake.
Eagle Lake. Yeah, not Pass.
Columbus, Texas is. If you find it, it's in Columbus, Texas, but it's in Eagle Lake.
Eagle Lake, yeah. I vaguely remember that.
You were close.
One of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagle something.
Eagle something.
EFE is where it's at.
Yeah.
But there's a Buc-ee's there, so it's not middle of nowhere. I went to a Buc-ee's for the first time. I've never been to one before, and it wasn't the one in Eagle Lake. It was south of there where I was staying. I don't remember the town, but it was huge. And I walked in that outfit, like just it's like I just need to grab some water. And I was by myself. All the KCI boys are already back at the hotel. So I walk in there and I was like, this is gonna be hella awkward. So I put on my pit vipers so I didn't have to like make eye contact with anybody. I was like, I don't want to talk to anyone. Like I'm worn out. I walk in, I go straight to the water. People, I mean, dude, Bucky's, there's like 1,000 fucking people in that thing. And I go to the water and this guy's like, man, I need an outfit like that. I want it to look like that, but I want it to look like a Hawaiian outfit. I'm like, right on, man. That's awesome. Then I walk up to the cash registers. They're like, did you just come from the fair? And I'm like, no, I didn't. They're like, what were you doing? I was like, I was at a shooting competition. They're like, did you win? I'm like, best dressed. Yeah, I won best dressed. It was awesome, though. I fucking love Buc-ee's.
Did it stay white? Did it stay white the whole time?
I got a little dirty by the end of it, but it was pretty clean. People were commenting that they were impressed. I think Tony kept thinking I was gonna like show up with some shit stains the next day, but I kept it clean. So
stains, vomit stains, yeah.
And the weather was perfect for the outfits because it was chilly the whole weekend. So him wearing, because if it would have been a normal Texas day, man, that thing would have been sweated out.
Oh, dude. For sure.
Oh, I remember the one I went to, people were like in full on like bomb shelter suits, chem suits, and it was like 100 degrees, and those fuckers wore it the whole time too.
Yeah,
dedication.
It was chilly. It was a chilly
weekend.
Well,
sure. Saturday morning was pretty hot, and then it got like rainy, and then Sunday night, dude, it was cold. I was like, I'm a Utah boy. I'm used to the weather, but man, it was cold. That wind was cutting through you.
We weren't ready.
That's why I changed out of my costume. Friday was hot. Saturday morning was hot. I changed, and then while I was walking the vendors, all of a sudden it got cold, and I was like, Sunday was so beautiful, and I was jealous of everyone shooting the match on Sunday.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part this year of Kalash Bash? What did you enjoy the most this year?
I got to shoot it. I actually got to shoot it. I was always a bystander. I was always nervous to do matches. And finally, I just pulled the trigger. I was like, let's do it. I don't care. I'm aiming. I said, as long as I don't DQ, that's a win for me.
And this is your very first competition you've ever shot in?
My very first one was Sons of Liberty at the same range. And right after that, I tore my Achilles 2/3. So it took a whole year to recover. And then I did Sons of Liberty again. Like I didn't learn my lesson. I had another foot to break. And so then KB would be my third rifle match that I ever did. And that was with an AK, and I've never shot an AK. So that was a whole new ball game for me too.
So are you hooked now? Are you going to start getting
I'm addicted. I already have a few matches that I signed up for May. The past weekend I couldn't make it. There was Iron Soul. I wish I did do that one. That one looked really fun. It was a 2-gun. There's one on the 3rd coming up of May. I'm already hooked. And then when I see who's going, because they send me like, oh, we're signing up for this match. What do I have to bring? Just show up. Just show up. And I'm like, this is why I love this community.
Yeah. What was your favorite part, Flood?
It's hard to say, but I mean, I'd probably be on the same page as Scarlett. Like, because I've never shot the competition before, and like I was saying earlier, I was crazy nervous. And then when I showed up, like I didn't know who I was squatting with. I didn't know anything. I just showed up with like my gear, and the ROs and the people who ended up being in my squad were all like crazy helpful. Just like I went up to one guy, and he was the only other dude dressed up. He had this like gold chain. I'm like, man, like I don't know what I'm doing here. He's like, oh, I got you. And he told me the rundown, told me what I needed. He's like, you're going to want this many mags, this much ammo. Do this when they say this, don't do that, you know. And I think that was like probably my favorite part because, like I said, I was so nervous, and I was like a nervous wreck the morning of. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm usually having like someone with me that I can kind of like console with, and I didn't. And then when I met up with the group that I was shooting with, they were all just so helpful, and that it's just a humbling feeling. And honestly, that was the best part of it.
Signed up yet?
Man, I don't know. the hardest part for me is I'm so like with my work, I have to work weekends, and so it's so hard getting a Saturday off, and that's when all the competitions are.
You'll be a daddy soon.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of things going on in my life, so I need to make the time though, because the shooting competition it's just so much fun.
Before you have that baby, so you get a couple in before then. So.
I agree.
Hey, Cowboy, how about you? What was your favorite part?
What was that? Was that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, Cowboy. I thought you said possum. So
Cowboy possum.
Oh yeah.
So you didn't wear ear pro that weekend. We got it.
A couple things. One of the things, like just them two saying that, we had a couple new people in our squad, and being able to kind of point these new people out and show them that stuff, and have them do that in the future to the new guys coming in, like that just, that was me in 2021 at KB. So that was my first match ever. The wife last KB was pretty much her first match. She did like another little one prior, but
why is the wife not on here with us talking?
She's doing stuff inside and keeping the dog quiet. So I could have her run.
Get her ass in here. Get her on. Yeah.
Nice.
While he's doing that, Possum, tell us about yours. Your favorite moment.
Favorite moment? The
KB
entire
Texas.
thing.
Yeah. What was the thing you just really stands out that you were just like, that's fucking awesome? Love this damn event.
Being able to introduce Mark Krebs and Zach Schaefer to each other. Awesome. I've been doing networking for since 2016, pretty much since I met Clay, and Clay encouraged me to do it. And talking to Mark, about my projects and things like that with my business, and then getting guns worked on by Zach. And I was like, asked both of them, I was like, have you met Mark Krebs? Have you met Zach Schaefer? No, I would have been loving to. I was like, okay, fine. I'll just bring you all together. And dude, right when it happened, Zach goes, hey, by the way, I got this prototype design of your product. Hey, what do you think? And dude, I snapped a picture of it. Hi, Tommy's wife.
Hi. I didn't want to interrupt.
And it was just seeing these two just top builders, and just everything that Mark Krebs had, just the legacy behind him. It was just, I love that. I love that because y'all guys can't see it yet because I still got more companies, but it's all about the community, about bringing literally companies talk to each other. You got Mark Krebs talking, Krebs talking to TWS talking to Syndicus, and then you got JMac and RS talking to each other, JMac, RS, and Krebs talking to each other, KNS and all these companies, and just to see it in person and being able to bridge that gap on some of these.
Did you go by Occam? Did you go talk to Joe? And
yeah, he was he was running two booths essentially. He had Occam at stage 1 that they were shooting the Rugers at. Didn't make it over there, but then he had the Atlas booth set up. He had a few people running. But to trail off what Possum was saying, I did witness Krebs kind of checking out the Stenzel, and that was super cool. Because this old school, Mastercraft guy looking at this new American-made AK, just kind of watching him look it over, that was something very unique. So, Possum's making a good point there. But
today we're cleaning the SIG P365. You're going to want to follow the SIG guidelines for disassembly and reassembly. You're going to want to take the firearm apart, put it out piece by piece, and then you're going to grab your favorite Seal 1 CLP Plus product. Whether it's paste, liquid, or aerosol, they're all going to do the same thing. Today we're using the paste, and you can see that it comes out and it spreads very easily. Using the nylon brush, you're going to go in and you're going to cover the entire firearm, inside and out. We are safe on all metals, plastics, composites, rubber, wood, leather. So you're going to go piece by piece, putting it on there, wiping it on to clean it. Then you're going to go back and you're going to wipe it off. Remember, Seal 1 is a wipe on, wipe off process. Use Q-tips to get down in the little nooks and crannies that the microfiber cloth does not get to. Wipe it all off, and do not forget to do the magazine. Periodically, you're going to want to take the magazine apart to clean the insides. You're going to reassemble according to the manufacturer's guidelines. Get it together. You're going to perform a function test, make sure it's operating properly, and then you're done. Remember, seal one and done.
Seal One is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code Leadhead for a 25% off discount.
Yeah, definitely a lot of really talented people there.
Sissy, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
So why did you want to be on the show to begin with?
Yeah. So she followed me around for like 2 years before she just decided to shoot. And this is probably one of my favorite things, is just watching her shoot and get better. And yeah,
is this your first event?
Yourself for missing one.
Oh yeah.
Is this your first event?
I'm just like a harder critic than he is.
But
was this your first shooting event?
No, actually, so my very first shooting event would have been Kalashnikon Winter.
Oh yeah.
Not this year, but last year.
Where's
and then
Kalashnikon? Where's that?
That's the
Missouri. Yeah, it used to be in Houston, Missouri, but now it's kind of like by Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. They like switched venues. But yeah,
I've never heard of that one.
That's a huge one.
Hold on.
That's a torture session over there.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah, we're getting rid of Pup.
We like pups. Put Pup on the screen too.
Hey, come here, Pup. AC,
come here.
Get over
Pups
here.
are welcome. This is a pup welcome zone. Good job, big sweetie.
Now relax. Okay. But yeah, and then I shot Kalash Bash last year too.
Very good. What did you win? Did you win anything?
So this year I finally, after 4 years of going, so Kalash Bash, you get like a number, even if you're like general admission, and every year never won anything, me or him. And then finally this year, so I'm sure you guys probably already talked about the story about him winning. And then I ended up winning a gun just from a random draw.
Nice.
Like they called my number, and I almost missed it because I was having conversation with someone, and Tommy looks at my badge and he's like, that's you, go up there. And I'm like, wait. They're like about to call the next number. I'm running up there and I'm like, Rachel, I have 443 or whatever the number was. So yeah, and then I won an RPK.
So now she has to run a 21-inch RPK at a match.
There you go.
Like, yeah.
Now are you just running
so it's nice and heavy.
Yeah.
Are you just running Kalash competitions, or are you getting into other shooting competitions as well, like 3 guns or anything like that?
For now, just
so
like
K-Con is a 2-gun, so it's rifle and pistol, AK and pistol. But we've done some like practical rifles, some carbine ones, but we still just run it with the AKs.
Nice.
So
what's your next one?
AK Masters for
AK
me.
Masters. Yeah. I'm doing K-Con, Masters, and then Thunder on the Tundra this year. So those are like the 3 bigger ones that I got planned.
Is Red October still going on? Did they bring it back yet?
I have no idea.
I think I know I'm going to Cold War. Red October
Cold War.
It is
awesome.
It is being discussed. They haven't released any. So they're ironing out some details before they make an announcement.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. It's up in the air.
There's one up in I always fuck it up. It's like Massachusetts or somewhere up in that area. It's called Kalashtober. Is that right? Kalashtober?
I might need to look into that. I know Mitten State is becoming more of an AK one now, and that's in Michigan. That's up by like Saginaw.
Yeah, there's more and more AK specific shooting competitions popping up everywhere. So I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really growing. Werewolf. Haven't got you. What was your favorite? Oh wait, yeah. Let's do werewolf, and I'm going to come back to Sissy.
Okay, sounds good. So I think the favorite part for me at KB. I've been to 3 of them, and I think at the very beginning I was like really scared to go. I was intimidated, and then I don't know. I just decided, let me go check it out. It can't be that bad. And honestly, the best part of Kalash Bash is the people. You get to meet a lot of people, a lot of like-minded individuals. People just like to shoot their guns, and you do get to see a lot of first timers, and to me that's the best part, because they're walking around and they're like, oh my god, this place is like, they're like in, I guess, Candyland. I don't know. I don't know what
like a kid at Disneyland. Yeah.
Yes. And so everybody's just walking around having a good time. It's super chill, and then everybody's LARPing. So no one's judging you out there. You can just LARP. You can do whatever you want. You can just go out there and have a good time. So to me, it's the people that show up to the event make it what it is.
Okay, very good. Did Sissy?
I think Ace went in the. Hey, where's he at?
Did you tell us what your favorite part was, Cowboy? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was multiple. I mean, being on stage, seeing people you get to see once a year that are from Texas, half of these guys, and then just watching her shoot. I mean, that just seeing how happy she gets and then pissed off that she throws one or something like that. It's cool. That's all.
I got to meet you guys, so that was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I haven't seen. There were a few people that we met for the first time this year, and it was cool.
Friends for life now.
Yes, they handed me a Spike Sunny D, and I was like, "We're definitely friends."
Spike Sunny D, I love it. Sissy, what was your favorite part of Kalash Bash this year?
Definitely both of us winning. For sure. Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like mostly it was him winning and his speech that he made. So I don't know if he told you, but he doesn't do really well with like public speaking, but he did so good. So good. And everyone loved it. Everyone cheered.
Can you recreate that speech?
Oh man.
Oh my god, don't ask. Hey, I should have brought it up.
And that even came out like I couldn't even finish one for our wedding, and then I'm up there finishing this one. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, good. It was so good.
That's great. But yeah, a few years later, it works out. So.
Were you lit? Did you have a few drinks before you got up and talked?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because we had some like Croatian grape-derived brandy, so we were passing that around a decent bit. And then after the stage, we usually bring about a gallon, and I go home with some, and it was gone 10 minutes after I got off stage. So I was like, yeah.
Did you take some of that, Scarlett? Was that part of your downfall?
It probably was in my system somehow. I feel like I didn't miss any drinks out there.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
She didn't miss a beat.
But that trash can punch, till this day, I'm still telling Corey, I was like, you bring that again. I'm taking that Galil.
So all you guys are new guys, and sometimes a girl to this podcast. And I've got a line of questions that I asked my new guest. And I'm gonna start now. And I don't know, Evan, have you been through these yet?
You know what? After years of knowing you, I've never been through the new guy questions.
Well, there you go.
Hurt by that, Marty.
You're gonna get the new guy questions. So the first one I ask is, does anybody have any law enforcement or military experience background?
No.
Anyone? Okay.
No.
Well, do you, Possum? Did you raise your hand?
Yeah, I have military background and part of the active shooter response team for a security company.
Okay. What's your Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine? What are you?
Army.
Ooh, good job. Did you go overseas?
Yes.
Okay. You want to give us any specifics? What you did? Rank,
82nd Airborne Division. I shot a bunch of guns, went to Iraq, and that was about it.
Well, thank you for your service. Appreciate
My pleasure.
that.
Thank you.
Are you waving your hand, Werewolf? Were you?
Oh no, I was saluting.
Oh. Okay. Were you giving the one gun salute or what was that? the Elon Musk salute?
Yeah, Elon.
Oh,
Hey,
damn.
thank you.
No, it's
Love
just a regular salute.
Yeah, it's pretty regular.
Yeah.
But and I'm gonna start with the urban cowboy couple. What was your first exposure to firearms? When you earliest recollection of shooting a firearm?
You go first because that was.
So honestly, my first time shooting any kind of gun was because of him. So when we started dating, he just took me out like on a date to the gun range, and I forgot what was shot. It just maybe like a pistol and
We
like
just
an
did some
AR-15.
rentals, yeah.
Great. Date.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lead them out real quick.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what year
Problem
would
with
that
this, you ain't right for me.
That would have been
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, like 2017, 2018. So
But
What was
me-
it? What'd you
Oh,
shoot?
like first time shooting.
yeah.
What'd you shoot?
Then, yeah. Well, for me shooting, no. For me, I was like 5 years old. My dad was a sniper in Croatia. So I started hunting, shooting all super early, super young, and basically just hunted yearly since the age of 6, 7 years old, going with him, for the whole week for Thanksgiving. And then, I started picking up hunting coyote and taking stuff out, helping the neighbor up there. And then I don't know what it was. I think it was like 2020, 2021. I just started seeing some videos and saw Clay compete. And I was like, we're signing up and we're driving to Texas, just to let you know. So, it just went from hunting every year. And I'm like, I could do this and have
What was
fun.
the first gun you shot?
22 Papoose. I still have it. Just a little
Nice.
unscrew breakdown 22. And that still today is one of my most accurate 22s. I'll do like a primer shot. So I'll set up a shotgun shell and I'll have people either we do 15 yards. You either hit the shotgun shell or you hit the primer, but that thing will hit dead beads. So if you hit the primer, you get a part of the primer club. And that's kind of like a little thing we do up north.
Are you first generation America?
Yeah, so I'm first. My first sister was born over there, and then middle sister and myself, we were born here. So.
Are your parents over here?
They're here, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, we're pretty much the only ones.
I bet your dad's got some good stories. He was in the military over in Croatia.
Yep, yeah.
I bet he's got some good stories.
Some wild ones. Her father was in the military too during the conflicts as well. So
your family's Croatian also, Sissy?
Yep.
Look at you guys.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm from, I'm originally from St. Louis, so.
Yeah, kind of just stole her and brought her up this way. But yeah.
So you're both Croatian. That's awesome.
Yep.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
We met at
Is that an arranged marriage though? Do they do arranged marriages?
No. I caught her elbow at a wedding. That's what it was.
It was okay.
Damn.
The nose.
It was almost there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the elbow and the nose. How about you, Werewolf?
First rifle I ever shot was a Winchester 30-30. My dad bought some property in Cleveland, Texas. It's like 35 miles north of Houston, and he had a bunch of chickens and animals and stuff. And he's like, "Hey, if the hawk comes to try to get some of these, shoot it with the rifle." So that was how I grew up shooting.
Protecting the farm, yeah.
Protecting a little, couple acres that we had back in the day. And
you still have that first gun you shot?
No, that was my dad's. I didn't.
You take it from him?
Nah, I didn't take it from him. He loved that thing. So it was the 30-30, and then he also had a Marlin 22 with a little magazine that inserts a little. Mm-hmm. It's kind of curved a little bit. I don't know what the model is, but we had one of those. So.
Nice.
And then I would also, every chance I got, my uncle was a he still is a big gun nut, and so I would go and I would always just like sneak some of his handguns out when he was at work, and I would go shoot his handguns.
You little bastard.
Yeah. And I thought I was being smart, right? I would take the ammo and I'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna take a couple of rounds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And if it was and he knew I was taking them, but he was cool with it. So he had a bunch of stuff. It was awesome.
Is he still around?
He is. Yeah, he's still around. Me and him still do dealings. You know, he'll be like, hey, you got anything you want to sell? Or he'll tell me, hey, I got something to sell. So
Yeah.
he loves everything, and he was a good inspiration for me growing up. He let me shoot a bunch, anything I wanted to shoot. You know, he taught me
Nice.
gun safety and whatnot, and it was fun. He was actually like my I guess my introduction, because my dad was you know, into some bad stuff, so he wasn't supposed to have the rifles that he had and guns and stuff. So
all the more reason for you to take them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened to him, but you know. So but yeah, that's how I started.
That's a hell of a gun to start shooting, the 30-30.
Oh yeah. I still have a scar on my nose. I can't I put the iron sight all the way up on my nose the very first time. Pow!
You do that. You do that once.
One time. Yeah, that was it. I was done.
You never do that again.
You've never gotten scoped.
Aw.
How about you, Scarlett?
Yeah, so family grew up hunting. They like dove hunting. They go to Argentina a lot to do that. But I didn't shoot my first pistol and like shoot ever until 2018. And that was because of self-defense reasons. I was bartending in Houston, Midtown Houston at the time. And a lot of sketchy stuff started happening. So I was like, oh, well, my dad took me to a range, which was awful. Cried. I shot it one time, and then
what'd you shoot?
P365, because that was the one he gave me to carry, and he didn't really explain where my thumbs are supposed to go. Luckily, they were far back, which just like kind of scraped me. And the RO said, he was like, you pulled the trigger, and I was like trying to stop you, and everything moved in slow motion for me. And I was like, no, it's okay. I put it down. I walked out. I was kind of really upset. And there was a girl that was the range manager. And I went up to her and I was just like, can you teach me? Because clearly no one else here knows how to teach me. And it just turns into a big fight with my dad. Since then, I've actually became really good friends with her. And she started taking me to all these tactical training classes, which were all women self-defense classes. And
nice.
From then on, I started growing and loving it a lot. And it only benefits me to just get better at it. So,
yeah, very good. It's a good story.
Yeah, 2023 was my first match because I kept chicking out. So,
do you still have the SIG?
Yes, I do, and it brings back those awful memories. And actually, that wasn't even the gun I used for self-defense. I shot it once.
You need to keep it. You need to keep it. That was your very first gun. Keep it.
And only shot one round. That was it.
And that was it. Yeah. Well, that's all SIGs are good for anyway. Yeah. How about you, Possum? Probably 2 years old, weren't you?
I wish. Believe it or not, I like to consider this as my first gun that I ever shot was a BB gun.
Okay, that counts.
I did not grow up around firearms. I grew up, seeing G.I. Joe. So I went over to my friend Sean's house, and we were playing Nintendo 64 and all that. Yeah. And we go to his room, and I see the BB gun in the corner. I was like, dude, what's this? And he goes, don't mess with it. And I grab it and I shake it. I was like, bro. I was like, what gun, makes noise? He goes, dude, don't fucking play with that. And I proceed to point it at his face. I was like, bro, it's a fucking toy. Well, he smacks it up away from his face, and I pulled the trigger, ricochets off the ceiling, kicks my ass. I didn't fight back. And I go, I am so sorry. Can you please educate me? So I don't ever fucking do that again.
Scared the shit out of you, didn't it?
Yeah. Like, I was like, dude, rightfully fucking so. Like, dude, I'm glad you kicked my ass. I'm glad, and I shot the BB gun a few times. I grew up in a suburb, and then one day I asked my dad if he can take me to the shooting range so I can go and shoot. So my very first actual firearm was a AR-15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your one that your dad owned? Did you guys rent it or what?
No, we rented it. Like my parents, they weren't against my mom wasn't against guns. She just had a bad experience, and my dad's from the Philippines and he didn't have stuff anymore.
Sure.
So, I just rented it. We just rented it. So
what was the first one that you owned? You called you went and bought your own money.
It was it was a Remington 22.
Okay.
Bought it from Academy. I cut 4 lawns, had $80, and I didn't save up another $20 for the Ruger 1022, which was 100. So I bought that Remington, and that was actually my second gun I ever shot, but first gun I actually owned.
How old were you?
18.
18. Okay. Do you still have it?
No.
No. Got rid of it.
I
mean, life happens.
I made it disappear.
You made it disappear.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if I want to go in any deeper.
No, it's just parents. Like my mom saw the box and was like, "Get that fucking thing out of this house." I was like,
"You still lived at home when you bought it." I got it.
Yeah, I was still in high school. I was just about to leave, but I had that, and I got rid of it.
Should have just moved it to a friend's house or something.
It's probably in a trash box.
Of course, you're 18. 18s don't think.
In the attic.
Bloody.
Hey. Hi. Yeah, so it's just crazy to be asked this question after all these years, Lefty. I've been thinking about it. Every time I listen to your show, like the new guy section, I'm like, what am I going to say when Lefty finally asks me?
Sworn that we run these.
Oh, bro. So my first time ever shooting a gun, we had a family friend that'd take me and all of his kids up to this cabin up in Tahoe. So I grew up in NorCal, and we'd ride ATVs and dirt bikes. And one day he took us all up to this gravel pit up there, and he handed me a 12 gauge. I was probably, I want to say 9 or 10. But I just remember trying to hit a clay pigeon flying through the sky with a 12 gauge. And then after that, it was like a 22 at my uncle's ranch. But my family didn't like guns at all, no hunting, anything like that. And then when we moved to Utah, found out that my pops had like 2 22s that he had from his grandfather. So I'd go shoot those. And then my first gun that I ever got was, so I had a kayak. The kayak tried to kill me. I almost drowned in this river. And so I was like, fuck this kayak. I'm going to get a gun. And so I traded it for
the gun's much safer.
Yeah, 100%. I traded it for the Norinco 1897 trench gun. So that's like the 12 gauge, got the slide fire, slam fire action, and I still have it. So that's my first gun, and 12 gauge was my first gun shooting and first one bought. So yeah, man.
Is it within arm's
Love
reach?
Love the.
Is it within arm's
reach? It is not. No, it's buried in a safe. Yeah, it's way buried, but okay. I can't get rid of that one. Still got it.
And back to possum, I'm a G.I. Joe guy also. I grew up with G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. It's my favorite.
Freaking, it was G.I. Joe and Voltron for me.
I didn't get into the Voltron. Strictly the G.I. Joe.
It was a Thundercats for me.
Oh, dude, that's another good one.
At one point, I had the largest G.I. Joe collection this side of the Mississippi.
I believe that.
No shit. You remember the big 7-foot long aircraft carrier dealio?
Oh, the boat?
And you could open up the inside, right?
Well, it had little things that you could do, but it had, it was an aircraft carrier. It was G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. It was 7 feet long. 7 feet long, yeah. It's fucking 7. It was bigger than me. I had 3 of those.
Bro,
dude. Is that why you have a pool?
I just got lucky if I even got the miniature action figures growing up.
Well, no, this was in my adult life. When I was growing up, I just had a modest, I had the modest, I had the Jeep and the figures, and I had the the GI Joe headquarters thingy. But I didn't know all this other shit existed. I didn't know that they made all these other things. And then one day, I don't know where I saw it on the internet or something, YouTube, eBay. And I was like, why didn't I have that growing up? So I went through this binge and I went and bought everything I didn't fucking have like 10 times over. It was ridiculous.
That's awesome.
My parents would buy the baggies of the toy soldiers, and my mom would go, "There's your GI Joes."
Yeah,
It's not the same.
Are we talking
Not
about
the
this
same.
thing?
I knew she
Oh,
would have
shit.
something.
Well,
What?
that is an aircraft carrier, but that is not the
I don't
GI
think it was
Joe.
the original one, but that was the one that I found at the garage sale.
Nice.
What the hell are you doing with that?
What is that? It
Yeah,
was the
those-
USS flag.
They're my bathtub toys.
Those are my
Nice.
toys. Yeah. Little green and gray guys.
Yep.
And they have one that are yellow, which I was like, why is the yellow? Yeah.
This
Oh,
is what
man.
The
Yes.
old one.
look at those little kids.
Oh my god. I didn't know they were that big.
Yes.
7 feet
That's
long.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mine
I
looks-
want to know what kid got
Damn.
that. Like, I know you got it as an
I
adult.
did.
It's the kid that wants to flex on the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
My parents are doing better than your parents.
Yeah.
Look what my dad got me.
You know, you had
Yeah.
a cousin that lied, but every time
I'm
you
sure
went over
that's
to their
why I
house,
didn't
you
know
never
all that
had it because
existed.
you can't touch it.
Because my parents would know that I wanted it, so they just hid it. I guess they hid like, you get those catalogs back in the day,
Yep.
and it had all the toys, like the Sears catalog, Christmas catalog.
Yep.
I never got to see those. So
Just sliced them out.
Oh, dude. My parents would let me have it, and I would circle and like asterisk my favorite ones. Did I ever get any of them? No. But I
Yeah.
got the satisfaction of circling them.
I
got
get
some
to see
good
what
shit.
other kids get.
I can't complain. I got some good shit. When I
Uh,
was growing up, I had 2 older brothers too, so I got a lot of hand-me-downs. Like the original big GI Joes, they had those growing up, so I got those as like hand-me-downs. And then in the 80s, that's when the little small GI Joes and all that shit came out. And I went nuts, fucking nuts.
I was still being born at that time.
yeah.
Next
So
question.
I wanted to ask a question.
We had Power Rangers. That's who we looked up to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are gay. Next.
So going back to Kalash Bash, I wanted to ask a quick question to all you guys. What
You're gonna interrupt my
I-
question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to see what all of you guys want to see like next year. Like what's
We're gonna
everybody
end
kind of
with
want to
that.
see.
We're gonna end with that.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to get off the subject of GI Joe because I didn't have GI Joes growing up, so I felt I was ousted there.
You're bitching because you haven't gone through the new guy questions and you won't let me go through them. So
That's
I'll
true.
send you this
That's
one.
also very
I'll
true.
send you this one.
Oh, nice.
the little plastic GI Joes, yeah,
I'll share with you. I got you.
nice.
My little 5-cent little.
Yeah.
All right, next question is when it comes to pop culture, whether it's a movie, a TV show, video game, podcast, what is your go-to? What do you do just to sit back, chill, relax, and enjoy yourself? Possum.
Damn, right off the bat. Currently Helldivers 2.
Is that a movie?
No, video game.
Helldivers. Okay, it's a video game.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Helldivers 2. And everything that happens currently is canon. It is like if you flew off a tank, like because it glitched, that's legit. That's the story. That's what I do on the kind of.
Is that a computer or is that a console?
Both console and computer.
Okay, I never heard of it. Sounds like it might be fun. Not sure.
Missing out. You're missing out on so much.
Oh,
The Bobsey
yeah.
twins.
Well, I don't know. We don't really do much of video games, any of that. If usually weekend hits and we're on the road, so we're either.
What about your movie? What's your favorite movie? What's your all-time favorite movie?
Oh God, favorite.
It's not the Urban Cowboy.
No.
No.
Oh, man, I can't even.
Yeah, that's a hard question on the spot.
Okay,
What about
music.
Music? Well, I love country music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outlaw country.
Outlaw country, nice.
Specifically, yeah. Anything prior to like the 80s, pretty much.
Y'all are gonna have fun in Tennessee. I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we know. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna get along
we
great.
actually.
We're waiting for it.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't know that I'm in Tennessee. I live in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
So he's
Oh,
on
really?
Tennessee, yeah.
Oh,
He's in like
nice.
central, or you said just
Just south of Nashville.
out. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Just right outside of Nashville. So yeah.
Yeah.
We'll become best friends.
Yeah, for sure. And there's actually a decent amount of people going out to Tennessee,
Oh yeah.
and even companies that I
Mhm.
didn't even know, but we'll
Yeah.
see when that happens. So
Barrett's out here. Beretta's out here. Shit, there's a shit ton.
Yeah.
How about you, Werewolf?
Man, look behind my screen. I play a ton of Call of Duty.
Call
Call of Duty. I do,
you got that ready.
He's already turning it on. He's like, we're almost
Playing
done.
while we're doing the podcast.
Rivals, Spider-Man. I mean, whatever I can
I
play with my
used
boys.
to play a shit ton of COD. I had to stop. I had to just quit. I had to throw it away because that's all I fucking would do. And I'd be up till like 4 a.m. playing Call of Duty.
It's so fun, man. This latest season, the guns are like real. So that's one
trying
of
to
the
get
turnoffs for
people
me.
in.
It's like when the guns are, when they make the guns not realistic or the names are.
Oh, I hated
funky.
that futuristic shit where they had the backpacks.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
yeah, that was gay.
I couldn't do that. So Call of Duty, Fortnite, any of the multiplayer things. I mainly do the online stuff so I can clap some cheeks online, you know.
There you go.
And then favorite movie for me is like Saving Private Ryan. I really love that one.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic.
What's your gaming name? Is it
Same
Werewolf?
name.
H-Town
Werewolf. Yeah. I think my name is the same across all the platforms.
If I get back
Even-
on Call of Duty, I'll hit you up.
Even my OnlyFans.
Only
Yeah.
Are you joking? Do you have
No.
an
For
OnlyFans?
real.
Definitely
one.
not joking.
I got toe pics.
Okay, Scarlett.
Oh, freaking love Rodrigo. I get bullied by him every day, by the way.
What's your go-to?
I don't bully you.
Favorite?
Yeah, I don't bully you. He makes fun of my tapeworms because I lost weight. My
You're taking that pill.
yeah. So the weekends when I have time off, it's definitely going to the range. I try to squeeze in as much practice as I can as I'm a newbie. If I am home, lately I did find my old Xbox console, and the game that was still in it was Red Dead Redemption, which I just turned it back on.
That's a fun game. Yeah.
And not the zombie one, the one before it, I think. Or was that the...
I'm not into the zombie games. I don't like the
Yeah.
like Call of Duty zombie mode on Call of Duty. I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, and back to
Music.
Blood's question. I know you said that what we would like to see next year. I honestly just get surprised every time I go to Kalash Bash of all the new stuff that they have and the new things that they put out there. When I saw that stage that last year, I was like, oh my God, they're going big this year. I was so stoked. So I'm just gonna get excited to see what they do next year.
Who hasn't done it yet? Who hasn't done this question yet? I forgot where I was at.
Me.
Bloody. It was
Flood.
bloodies.
What?
Hey, always forgetting about me, bro. What were you asking questions?
He's gonna wait for the next one.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm getting into everybody's answers here. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's some good answers. I like it. Pop culture.
Movie,
Wow.
music.
Yeah.
your
I
top?
mean,
What
know,
to do?
when the lady and I are just hanging out chilling, we pretty much just turn on like South Park or Rick and Morty and just kind of zone out to that. I love that raunchy, like Comedy Central, comedy shit. And a lot of time, man, I mean, you guys probably already know, but I'm like scrolling Instagram. I'm trying to figure out what my next move is on there and trying to study the algorithms, figuring that shit out. That's not really relaxing. The relaxing part is just like zoning out to stupid adult humor cartoons.
What's your all-time favorite movie?
Probably going to be either Fifth Element or Red Dawn. As you know, Red Dawn's a straight classic.
Dawn.
Yeah, man, Fifth Element and Red Dawn, those are some of my favorites. Wayne's World, if we're talking comedy, I like those. Oh yeah.
You were gonna say music. What's your music?
Yeah, I mean, I listen to all sorts. One of my favorite memes is when like it's like Hank Williams and Tupac and they're like shaking hands. That's like my music as well. So, I like a little bit of everything.
Variety, spice of life. Baby. Variety, spice.
Yes,
of life.
sir.
Did everybody on that? Did I get the Bobsy twins on that question? Started off with you guys, didn't we?
Yeah, we started off. Yep.
Concealed carry has just spread like crazy. Sales of handguns to women, they are probably the largest growing sector of individuals to purchase firearms.
At Mission First Tactical, we're going to develop everyday carry products that allow people to comfortably, safely, discreetly carry their firearms to be responsible for their own safety. There's a vastly underserved market that's been growing, and that involves females. As you know, body shapes are different. Recently, we've developed the most comfortable, one of the safest belly bands on the market. A female body shape should not have to conform to product design for a male body shape.
Mission First Tactical is the official tactical accessories provider for the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for an exclusive 20% discount on all orders.
Okay. Next question is, money be damned, laws be damned. I mean, you got unlimited amount of money, laws don't apply. What would you own? Scarlett.
Man.
It's quick.
Firearms.
No, anything. Anything.
Oh, anything.
Anything.
I don't know. I would probably want like a big aircraft plane. Or you know what?
Nice.
What's that helicopter in the Army? The
A-10?
Yes. Yep, I want that.
That's not a helicopter. A-10.
No, there's not like A-10. What's it called? The something Hawk?
Black Hawk.
Black Hawk. Yes.
Black Hawk?
I would want a Black Hawk.
Dragonfly.
Yep.
G.I. Joe, baby. The dragon.
To land it on my little boat carrier.
On your air. How about you? Let's go with the twins.
I would go with the A-10. I would want that thing. I just want to make that noise all day.
What about you, Sissy? What would you?
Laws
be damned, money be damned. You can own anything or do anything.
Oh,
honestly, for me, all I really need is a lot of land, a bunch of farm animals, and a bunch of dogs. And I'm good.
And would you fortify that with some miniguns around a perimeter?
Yeah, whatever you wanted for that, and then I'll take care of the animals.
I got security.
What kind of dogs?
So honestly, I really love German Shorthair Pointers. That's probably going to be our next dog, hopefully.
Yeah.
I love Golden Retrievers too. Ace is part Golden Retriever.
He's half Aussie, half Golden, so he's a cool little mix.
He's a good looking boy.
Bunch of mutts. Yeah, I think I had a Husky pit bull, so bunch of mixed dogs.
Nice. Would you have giraffes?
I would have giraffes.
I'd have a
There you
giraffe.
go.
If I could ride a giraffe and have a minigun up top.
A giraffe mounted with a
vantage point. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Dude, you could definitely charge people for that, to ride a giraffe and shoot guns.
Oh yeah, you make.
I'll run a stage like that. We'll bring that up to Kalash Bash. I want to ride a giraffe.
There you go. That's what you'd like to see at next year's Kalash Bash.
Yeah.
Suggestion box.
Werewolf.
Man, I would get an island, a nice island in the Caribbean.
I like the way you're thinking outside the box. It's like, yes.
I would get a freaking big ass island, get just away from everybody, so I could just do whatever the hell I wanted, and build a bunker on it. Just have something that I can go to. Still have my thing here, but then I could go and chill.
You have internet, so you can play Call of Duty, though, right?
Yeah, there you go.
You have your dedicated giant, like one of those drive-in theater size screens.
I would probably build an IMAX on it, and play on an IMAX screen, so it's like embedded in you all the way.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, that would.
You could do like the Oculus, and you could have like real guns and stuff while you're playing.
Yeah.
You could use the actual guns.
Damn, that would be intense. I think I like where you're going with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sky's the
Nice.
limit. Sky's the limit, here, guys.
Yeah.
What's your limit, Possum? What's your sky limit?
Probably the world.
Just own the world.
I mean, I would just reinvest it into the world. Put it that way. I don't know. Like that's
or buy a whole nother planet.
But how are you going to populate it? How are you going to like
Scott, money is no object. You could do it.
I don't know.
You got more money than Elon Musk.
I mean, space exploration, building colonies out in space, and making mobile suits.
You could do you could start your own space wars.
Exactly, because dude, it's I don't know why we're still infighting here on Earth. Sorry about that.
Well, they're coming to get you.
Coming to get them.
Question the world. Oh nope, we draw the line there.
NSA draws a line right there. But they are listening, by the way.
Of course they are. Where was I forgot that.
The world.
The world. Populate a planet.
No, it's
world domination.
Oh, too much infighting. We need to be going out to space and fucking aliens and creating hybrids and things like that. And then there's going to be an ultimate war between the hybrids and the purebred humans.
I think
and
we're already doing that.
Are we?
I think that's the big secret.
Man's got a point.
Like we create an alliance between the other aliens and the human race, and we fight the hybrids. That's the endless war.
There you go.
You have a matchup there?
I get a what?
I said, are you going to have a matchup there?
Yeah.
A match.
It's a stage.
I'll bring my space cat.
Yeah.
That's his wish for Kalash Bash next. Like, have
there you go.
Alien themed.
Have a space stage. Floody.
It's funny that you asked this because I think the last time that you and I went to IV-88 on our way down, I mentioned something to you how I've never been asked these questions, and the one that I answered to you was this one, and my answer is still the same. I would buy a gigantic aircraft carrier, and I'd hire a whole crew to run it, and then I'd hire like pilots and bring all my friends. We just travel the world and sail around, have like helicopters and ships
Best food.
and like
aircraft carrier would be like pimped out, like MTV
there'd
crib.
be lounges, there'd be casinos, water slides and all that shit. But my favorite thing that I've never done, one of these days I will, is shooting skeet off of the edge of a ship. I think that'd be so much fun. Just have like a launcher and just shooting. You got to use like a Saga, mag-fed Russian shotguns. But that'd be so much fun. So money be damned, that'd be it. Y'all be invited too. So
I would have
my Black Hawk and land it.
There you go.
Yeah, my own design facility. I would design and make my own guns. Is what I would do.
There you go.
That's cool.
Design and make your own guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has anyone ever asked you that question?
No, nobody ever asked me my questions.
Oh, the new guy questions? Come on. Oh, you've been answering them with us
tonight.
Sometimes I just volunteer information. So next question. What is the next one? All right. So, we're talking about outer space and we're talking about, aliens and breeding with aliens and shit like that. Do you guys do you think that there are UFOs? Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in Sasquatch? You think there's a Sasquatch?
Yeah. Yes to all of the above.
Yes. Do you think aliens? Do you think they've actually visited Earth?
Yeah.
So you think there's been contact?
I
Without a doubt.
I from what I feel and what I believe in, yeah. I've seen some shit. And that's just
personally, you've seen some
in
shit.
Vegas. But when I
Me
was in
too.
Vegas, I saw stuff I couldn't explain, like my brain couldn't comprehend it. So
Were you taking some gummies or something at the time? Or
no.
Okay.
No, I was with my family. It was a family trip. It was for my mom's birthday. And I recorded it. And I had
You
it
have
on my
video.
phone. I had it on my phone for the longest time. I sent it to my sister. About a month later, either there was like an update or something, all my stuff was gone. My sister still has the video, but it was just lights moving in the most wild directions and speed. So
Is this in Las Vegas, like downtown
yeah,
Las Vegas?
yeah, we're in old Vegas. We're walking the streets and
Golden Nugget. You're over
Yeah.
there in that area.
Yep.
Okay,
So
nice.
if I see something like that and my mind can't comprehend it, I raced cars before. I know what speed looks like. I know what things look like moving in the air, and this was just like I couldn't comprehend it, so it had to be something.
How long ago was this?
A few years, like maybe 5 years.
It's
6
probably
years.
2019. Yeah.
So not too long ago.
No.
Yeah. So really before all the drone shit.
Oh yeah,
all
yeah.
the drone sightings and all that.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Sissy?
No, I actually wasn't on that vacation.
Yeah.
What's your real name? Or do you want to say it?
Manuela.
Manuela. Okay.
Manuela,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to insult you by calling you Sissy. I just
Oh no, I'm not offended at all.
But you do have Bud and Sissy up above your heads there. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Switch seats.
What about you, Scarlett?
I believe we're in the Matrix. So whatever code they threw out there to put UFOs, we're just we're in Rodrigo's video game right now. That's how I feel.
What about Bigfoot? You believe in Bigfoot? You think there's a Bigfoot out there?
No, probably just a really tall man with a hairy ass cheek. Maybe a tattoo on it.
Or maybe possum? You think?
I think it was possum when I was drunk on Saturday night.
Called Sasquatch.
It was either Sasquatch or it was possum, but I believe it.
Possum, what about you?
When it comes to aliens, not trying to put on my tinfoil hat, but I love history, and the more you start digging, there's gaps, like big gaps, because Victor's right history and things like that. But like pyramids, and there's stuff in South America where they had these sculptures of aircraft, centuries ago, and when they did like a mock-up, like a miniature mock-up of it, they could actually fly. And it's like, where did this come from? Humans weren't that advanced, blah, blah, blah.
So are you a believer of the ancient aliens theory?
I'm very open to it. I'll say that. I'm not fully hung up, like absolutely. I like to question a lot of things. I'm surprised haven't been excommunicated from the Catholic Church yet, but I like to question a lot, and it brings up the question: is there extraterrestrial life? I think so.
You think it's actually visited Earth?
Sure, I'll say that. I'm drawing a blank in New Mexico. The Roswell. Dude, I seriously,
something like Pichicuchu or something like that in Mexico is what it.
Yeah, I strongly believe there's been aliens visitation. I've personally seen stuff just around Texas and in North Carolina. Just like, what? Like that doesn't make sense. You see it and it's gone. My best friend growing up, he swears up and down he straight up saw an alien. Yeah. And yeah, I believe
actually like face to face saw an alien.
Yes. And it was in high school, and it was like behind the dumpster. It was like weird and stuff. And dude, I swear to God, like if if he was here and he was telling you the story, like I believe him 1,000%. Like he's like, dude, I'm not joking.
You think it was some kid dressed up fucking with him?
No, no, it's
Okay.
the timing, and I know the neighborhood because it was both mine and his neighborhood. We would be around. It nothing makes sense. Like there's no way there was a little kid behind the dumpster and things like that. And the thing is, right now he's dealing with some odd health issues going on. Like he's been having trouble sleeping for decades, ever since that incident. Yeah. And he, and he swears up and down in his dreams there's like visitations where they've came down and visited or something, and he wakes up and and his wife is like, dude, pause him, like he cannot sleep.
You ever been like x-rayed to see if there's any of those, how they find
probes,
like,
metals and
metal and shit in people's body?
He hasn't gone through the medical, like he doesn't have a lot of funds, so because that's the last time I saw him a couple months ago. I was like, dude, you should probably get scanned, maybe it's a pressure in your brain, maybe it's, just being open. And he's like, Possum, I'm fucking telling you, they're visiting me, like in my dreams. Like something happened that night.
Did he serve?
No, he didn't.
He didn't serve? Okay.
Yeah. And
Sasquatch, I mean, not that, that has anything to do with it, but.
No. But
you're going to say
it's real.
Sasquatch, yeah. What about Sasquatch?
I think potentially Sasquatch is real because I think there's a lot of stuff that's around that we just how would you say, we don't have that information being given to us, but the more we keep on digging, the more we're finding out stuff, and then the government's like, yeah, we knew about this. And it's like, but we didn't want to tell you. And it's like, of course you did it.
Well, in the Bible, it said that there were giants among us.
David and Goliath.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? There's a new thing on. I think it's Prime. It's called David.
David, the House of David. Pretty good.
It is good. I enjoyed that. I thought it was really good.
I'm super excited for season 2.
Oh, they're going to do a season 2?
Yes. They better, because nice. I'll be going to Prime and be like, "What are you doing?"
Floody.
Well, you could say that I'm from Missouri, which I'm not, but I am a big believer in the show me state. So if I don't see it from my own eyes, I have a hard time believing in it. But I will preface that with, I want to believe. I think that our universe is much too large for us to be the only ones. So I think that there's something else out there, but I'm not at the point of believing that they visited us. I think that we're so small and minuscule in the universe that maybe they haven't found us yet. And then every time I hear people talk about how can we have built the pyramids, I look at like what we've built today and think to myself, how could we have not built that? We're a very capable species, and I think that we're able to do those things. So I believe there's life out there, but I'm not to the point that they've visited us. I think that I want to believe. I think it'd be really cool to meet this outer life form and intermingle, as Possum likes to say. But so that's my stance on that. And as far as Sam Squanch goes, I don't believe he exists. I think that there is way too much technology on this planet for us to not see some 8-foot hairy man walking around in the woods.
But we are constantly discovering new species.
Like weekly.
New life. Actually,
the ocean for sure.
Tribes and new tribes also. I mean, there's tribes of people out there that we haven't discovered yet that are still out there.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you show it to me and I'll believe it. But I got to see with my own eyes, especially with all the AI these days. You don't know what to believe. So I got to see with my own two peepers.
I mean, UFOs and Sasquatch have been way before AI was ever in.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. But like I'm saying, I got to see it. These two peepers right here. Then I'll believe it. So that's my belief. But to preface that, I believe that everybody should have the choice to believe in what they want. And
Okay,
That's the
politically
freedom
correct.
of choice.
We'll move on.
Hey,
Dang. Okay.
Buddy's trying to be politically correct here.
there
Bullshit.
you go.
Always.
I believe
Well-
aliens are real. Rodrigo's one.
Oh, hey, so I'm with Floody until I see the Sasquatch or I see that, but I do want to see like a real sexy alien female, Give me one of them real.
Do you want to tattoo?
So I want one of those, but yeah,
You
until
want
I
to
can
have
see
4
one and hold one, in my arms like that. So, but yeah, so.
So if I were to organize a Bigfoot hunt, would you guys go on it with me?
Hell no.
I'll bring the trash can punch.
Will you bring beer?
At the end.
It's not to kill him. It's just to go out and look for and discover. I mean, we're going to be armed because you never know. Maybe, he's rabid or something, and we have to put him down.
Or he's armed too.
Fucking rabid Sasquatch. Jesus.
You know what? I'm sold. I want to go and see that. I really do want to see that.
Right?
Let me get my life insurance situated first.
The possum's out. The rest of you in on my Bigfoot hunt?
Let's
do it.
We're going down that way anyway.
We're taking thermal. We're taking night vision. We're taking drones. We're taking all the latest, greatest technology.
Now that's going to be hard to believe because if he's not going to be there, how are we not going to know that it's him or Sasquatch?
That's true. It's like, how can he be here and not here?
Yeah. They're cloning the like they just did the dire wolf, right? So I'm sure they can make a Sasquatch.
Okay, so that's my next question.
Dude, that's wild.
So my next question is, if you could bring back one extinct animal, which one would you bring back?
Dodo bird.
Dodo bird? Okay. Is there a reason why?
I own chickens, and I would totally love to have one out there.
So they're actually just like Werewolf said, they brought back the dire wolves. They're actually looking at bringing back the dodo bird too.
Yeah,
I want a mammoth steak.
I have a farm full of dodo birds.
Mammoth steak.
Mammoths is actually on
Woolly
that
mammoth
list.
is on the list too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the list. I mean, we're living in an age of Jurassic Park, dudes. They're actually doing this shit now.
It's coming.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah. Tasmanian tiger would be cool.
The giant sloth. Just because the sloth is such a ridiculously slow animal, I would love to see one that's 16 feet just because it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I think they were like 14 to 16 feet tall.
Yeah, they were giant.
That's wild.
So just imagine seeing something moving that slow, that big is just pretty cool.
Well, now I'm just wondering the cost of feeding it. So, again, I have chickens. They're easy.
They'd eat dodo bird.
Yeah. Just throw seeds out there, scraps, but
We'll bring back the dodo birds to feed the giant sloths.
yeah. These things stink, but-
All right, last question. Well, then we'll get to Floodie's that he asked and go around for everybody, but I think most of you asked it. If you could spend the day at the range with anyone or any group of people, whether they're still alive, dead, or fictional, who would you like to spend the day at the range with and why? Possum.
Why is it always me first? Jesus Christ. I gotta think. Come on, Gerbil. Move
All right,
fast.
I'll go to Floodie. Floodie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've thought of this question a bit, and it's going to be my grandfather's, just because I didn't really get to spend any time with them, and it'd be when they were both pilots in World War II. So like at that age, I'd like to go to the range with them and hang out, get to know them, meet them, do that whole thing. One of them I never got to meet. The other one I spent some time with, but yeah, that'd be my answer for that one.
And God?
Nah, dude.
Just fucking with you, dude.
I think
Sissy.
Jerry Mitchell. I think
Okay.
it'd just be cool to hang out with that dude and listen to him. You know, like I have my own with hanging out with Krebs, which is, again, being able to hang out with him and collect that information is awesome. But someone that shoots like Jerry Mitchell would be just hands down awesome 10.
Nice.
I could agree with that too. And maybe what's her name? Jade Struck. I follow her on Instagram.
Jade, she's been on the show before.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I've had
awesome.
Jade on. Yeah.
I gotta look back and watch it.
What about a dead or fictional person that you could bring back, and with you and Jerry and Jade, who would you have?
I would do. I'd have to piggyback off of Flood and get my Gramps out of World War II, just on the other side from over there. So he died after World War II. My dad was like 6 years old, so yeah. That'd be the to bring back.
Yeah. What about me?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that passed away or like a fictional that would go to the range with.
You can pick anybody.
All I need is this guy right here. All I need is blood to go with me.
Easy. Easy.
Oh, look who's up.
I don't know why Betty White just popped in my head. I was
awesome.
I would love to go with Betty White to the range to shoot 50 cows.
Yes.
That
nobody has ever said Betty White before. That is amazing pull. I love that. I would do that. I would go to
actually all the Golden Girls, just have them all out there shooting.
I don't know about all of them. That's your final answer?
Yeah, I think Betty White.
Werewolf.
Hey, so I think where I would go with this is, like, I would want to bring back like a group of the soldiers that had to load the muskets with the rammer, you know,
Civil War,
like the Civil War. Just bring a
Revolutionary
group of them,
War.
yeah, and then just like let them shoot my guns, and just be like, you know, where they don't have to go load. It's like one round per 3 minutes. I'm not sure how many, you know. So I would bring. I don't know what group I would bring back yet, but one of those groups, we could have a range day.
Okay.
And then they'd be like,
you just show off.
Just show
rub
off.
It rub it in their nose. Like, look what you could have had.
Look what you could have had. Yeah.
You know what would be awesome is like time travel.
There you go.
Which I think that's what a lot of our sightings are with aliens. And I think it's people in the future traveling back in time and fucking with us. But I would like to go back to, like you said, one of those wars.
Yeah.
Where they had that, and take modern firearms and just be God. Yeah.
Dude.
Take a Hummer with a 50 cal mounted on top and just plow through those fuckers.
Too bad Flood wouldn't believe you.
Right? But I would bring Flood so he can
Unless
see
he
it.
saw it. He can see it. To believe it.
I'd have to be there.
Yeah, I'm sure if he's loading a musket and he saw a Hummer coming down with a 50 rifle, he would believe it or something.
And as far as a fictional character, man, if I could bring Speedy Gonzalez, that'd be pretty badass.
That would. I would bring his cousin Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Because he's
married to my sister.
Slowpoke had the revolver.
Yeah.
Did I get everybody on that one?
I think Possum had time to think.
Oh, yeah, we got to go back to Possum.
Probably my mom's dad and my great uncle. Great uncle died during World War II, and then I don't really remember my grandpa. All my grandparents pretty much passed away before I was born, except him and my dad's mom. And he was a hunting guide, used to train horses and things like that. And I would just love to pick his brain, you know, how to shoot, how to stalk, you know, things like that. And then kind of show him like, hey, this is a shooting competition.
Yeah.
Kind of throw him on a trip.
Look how we've evolved. We
yeah.
make competition out of it now.
And then fictional characters, the Hellgast from the video game Killzone.
Out of my league, I don't know.
I think I'm the only one here.
I think you are. Is that it?
For the most part, I mean,
so I would have Floody at the range, and I would have aliens, and I would have Sasquatch, and I would have Jesus Christ there.
And God there.
And say, look,
yeah,
look, Evan.
Sounds like one hell of a squad, to be honest.
I'd be a believer.
Damn.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's the new guy questions. You guys passed. You are now members of the Leadhead Brigade. Congratulations.
Yay.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
How long will my certification show up in the mail?
3 weeks.
I want to frame it.
Do I need to get that tattooed?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oops.
I think you do.
Put my foot in
Logo.
my mouth.
I can send you the logo. You can
Damn.
get tattooed on there.
All right, there we
Copyright.
go.
And then we'll wrap it up with the final thoughts on Kalash Bash. Evan stole my thunder.
I ruined
there.
it.
What
Yeah,
would you like?
I'm pretty good at that.
What would you recommend that they do to improve it, or any changes that you would like to see along those lines? And I'll let you, whoever wants to start.
Yeah, I feel like I answered it while we were answering the questions, because I heard 2 questions and I was like, did we forget about him, or did I just not hear we're going to do it at the end? So my ADHD took that one off.
That's okay.
But no, I'm every year is something new, and it's so exciting to see what they come up with. They are incredible at just putting something all together, and I'm actually looking forward to next year. I'm already like, all right, what month? Planning all of April. Do not talk to me in April. Like, I'm skipping the SHOT Show just to go to Clash Bash. I'm gonna go all out.
Nice. So you're gonna work on your costume. You're gonna get a better
Yeah,
costume.
a breathable costume.
There you go. Of course, you never can with the weather there. You never know what you're gonna get. You need to have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either an Eskimo or
An astronaut, or you're gonna have a bikini. Yeah.
Yeah, tassels.
We'll let you, Floody, since you asked it. How about we go to you?
Yeah. So kind of like Scarlett was saying, like they just keep improving every year. I think the only thing I'd like to see is the option for more rifle slots, because I know that it's really tough with the amount of ROs they have and Dissident kind of setting up the range and the amount of time. Everybody I talked to, like, oh man, I also tried to get into the rifle shooting, which is great that they started the subgun, because it gave everybody else an opportunity to compete. But it'd be awesome to have that chance, because I know a lot of the rifle slots, they fill up with like actual competitive shooters. And those guys certainly deserve the chance just as much as the rest of us. But that's probably the one thing I'd like to see. I don't know how they're going to make that work, because they already seem like they're at full capacity. Whether that looks like another day added on to just like, more rifle shooting competition wise, but it seems like that's what everybody kind of wanted to have the opportunity for and missed out, which either way, I think is great, but that's the one thing I'd like to see.
Possum, twins. I'm gonna wrap it up with werewolf. He's gonna go last.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the changes. So we've been going since 21. The changes that they made this year were the most drastic and probably the best, with the award ceremony, with everything. Can't really ask for much more than that. I guess the only thing is, if you don't end up getting into the rifle thing, maybe make the subgun like 6 runs.
There you
just
go.
so you kind of still get a little bit more out of it. Having the 4 was awesome. It was quick. You kind of did half a day. But I feel like if you don't get into the rifle one, maybe kind of make like somewhat of a more full match for the PCC guys and girls that could still have a like a full day of shooting kind of thing.
Yeah, and for me it was great too. So last year they made it this year very like beginner friendly, which obviously I appreciate because I'm still a beginner. Like last year, I think there was a couple of stages that I may have timed out on. This year, I don't think I timed out on even one, which is great, you know. Yeah, I think they did a good job. And it's a lot better, I feel like, doing the match all in one day, because last year it was staggered, right? It was like you shoot 4 stages one day and the rest the other day. I like it a lot better. Just do it all one day, get it over with, and then you're good for the weekend.
Yep.
So
chillax.
Yeah.
Cool. Possum.
Yeah. So for me, I might be the oddball when it comes to the match, especially the rifle match. Completely understand it's an intro to like new shooters and things like that, but I would love to see maybe 1, maybe 2 extremely like very challenging stages to keep all the other shooters entertained as well, and then kind of just baptism by fire per se for like the new shooters is like we're getting your feet wet, but this is what you can like really look forward to as you advance as a shooter, kind of like a prequel to, hey, you keep on training and things like that. This is something you'll be able to tackle, you know, in the near future.
Give them an opportunity to push their
right
skills.
Exactly. And it's like, hey, because it's a very introduction, you know, match, and you know, it's exactly what you said, Danny. Now adding to the event, dude, there's very, very little in the entertainment and bringing, you know, all these companies here, but I would love to see a panel, both a open to the public panel and a private panel. And what I mean by a private panel is all these industry, you know, Krebs, RS, JMAC, all these other companies literally sitting down together and, you know, kind of think tank for them in a private scene, and also introduce like Raider Arms Penny being like, hey, I'm making carbon fiber gas tubes for handguards, you know, and just a think tank of all these big industry leaders, but then also have it public so we as a consumer can go over there and ask some questions and give feedback to these, you know, companies, like direct feedback. So they're like, oh, okay, you actually didn't like this. I thought y'all did. Perfect. Then we can adjust, you know, for there. And also it's like, hey, I never even thought about that. That's going to be on our, you know, list to do.
Very good. It's deep thoughts. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Werewolf, you know, since you're kind of one of the organizers and whatnot, you might have a little insight on maybe what's to come.
I do.
For next year.
A little bit. I can share a little bit with you guys. For starters, next year, what we're going to do is we're going to have constant transport from the campsite to the main event and back and forth. We're going to have we're just going to rent a bunch of those golf carts because they do have a bus on the premises, but for some reason, I don't know if it's not working or not, but they haven't used it since 2022, I believe. So next year, we're planning on just getting a bunch of golf carts, the 6-seaters, and then just have staff, just all their job is going to be to just roam that main road up to the campsite and just help people out, get to places. Because the foot traffic that's what wears you out the most, is having to travel all the way from the campsite all the way over to see the vendors or the gold, the silver, the bronze. So that's going to be one of the items that we implement for next year. Also, as far as the ranch goes, John, the owner of the ranch, they're building 2 more bays back in the back over by where you guys shot the PCC, the subgun.
Yeah.
There's 2 more going in there. So there's going to be room for expansion on making either more PCC stages or possibly making the rifle match 10 stages. So maybe that lends itself to what Possum said, maybe having a little bit more difficulty on a couple of the stages. Aside from that, there has been other ideas thrown around as far as I have heard of like having like wrestling. I don't want to say the word, but having the wrestling of the little people,
the short people wrestling,
the short people wrestling, maybe something like that, and also
I want to see the short people shoot the competition.
I want to see
cool.
Yeah.
We should get a discount half off for tickets.
Yeah, that's what. We'll give them. We'll let them shoot it with one of those really long ass rifles that
RPKs
with a spiker on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as
two of them run the one gun.
Dude, that would be so awesome. One just grabs the front, the other one pulls the trigger.
Yeah.
In the back.
Yeah.
The one in the back is aiming.
We're going to hell.
Okay. Yeah.
That's if you believe in God.
Right. Yeah.
Flood's not.
Flood's not.
Yeah. And I think lastly it would be the theme. I have maybe a little snippet of what's to come for next year. They try to change the theme up every year. So this year it was Western. The year before it was like Cyberpunk 2069. They lean into that game for last year's. So next year, the idea that everybody's been favoring the most is they're gonna do
G.I. Joe.
No, they're doing Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's gonna go Mad Max style.
Okay.
Hopefully
That's awesome.
Possibly. You didn't hear it from me, but that's the idea. Maybe, So it gives everybody a whole year to get their LARP together.
Yeah.
I gotta start propping the car up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go as remember the little guy on the wheelchair?
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Yeah.
Master and Blaster. Yeah, definitely. So y'all know this isn't my name, and I put a different name on every episode that I do that's somewhat related to the episode that I'm doing, the topic that I'm doing, because I go back and I quiz the listeners and we award prizes and stuff like that throughout the year. So just a little hint on this name.
Okay.
Anybody
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
No, I know from the Rhodesia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blood.
I can't think of the name of the movie.
Was it
Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's Danny Archer.
Yeah.
Right?
Ah, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
There you go.
Gotcha.
You got an AK. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of AKs in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
There you go. So
the best scene is when he takes down the guys at the bridge and he picks up the AK and takes out the dude running off. It's a good one. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's not my all-time favorite, but it's a good movie.
Oh yeah.
I like Leo. He has some pretty good movies.
So Lefty, what's your real name?
Lefty.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
This whole time I was like
Danny.
Danny. Okay.
Danny.
I was like, man, well, I have a hard time with names.
You are new to the show, so I had to explain it because Possum called me Danny a second ago. I was like, okay.
Rightfully so.
But that's
Mr.
it, guys.
Archer.
Thank you so much. This was a great episode. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be on and filling me in. My answer for Flooddy's question is an improvement that I would like to see at Kalash Bash next year is me there. So there you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
We'll definitely see you next year.
Yeah, and then you set up the mic and go out by the truck and.
Oh, I'm not going to do the podcast. I'm just going to be there and have fun.
Well, there you go. That works.
I'll be next to that.
We'll do another. We'll do another one of these. We'll do a post show.
There you go.
Kind of deal. Have everybody on.
I think you were my 2000th subscriber, so I got a
prize.
Afterwards, after we get off of this, send me your address. I'll send you some prizes. I got a
Nice.
banana mag. See this banana mag?
Hey, I have those.
Yeah. Well, this is a banana mag. I'll send you this one, and then I'll also send you this one. It's a rotten one. So this is
It's them rotten manners.
the rotten banana.
Are those US Palm or X Tech?
X Tech.
Yeah, I've got those. But
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you.
You have the Well, I'll send them to you. You can send them to a viewer.
I'll tell you what. I'll have you on another episode, and we'll do some sort of a trivia question.
All right.
And
Nice.
I'll let you give it to him. How about that?
Perfect.
Well, maybe like
werewolf
we'll do a
house.
subscriber thing. If you're the X amount subscriber on your channel, then they get a
sweet
prize.
Rotten
sounds
nader.
like a plan. Yeah.
So, websites, pages, anything you guys want to promote? Sponsors? Anybody got sponsors? You want to give a shout out to anybody?
I got 2 that I'd like to put out there.
Yeah.
Again, my Instagram, that's the only thing I really have. She doesn't show anything gun related on her Instagram, but the 2 main ones would be Tango Tactical. It's someone that I work really close with and got him out of Russia during the conflict and all that. So he's actually in America now. He makes denim rigs. So it's a nice rig that's been around for a bunch of years now, but he's here making them in the States. And then the team that we shoot for is AK All Day, and that's also Instagram.
So I'm pulling up. Is it Tango Tactical Gear J Pro Arms LLC?
I think it's just.
It might just be Tango Tactical, but we will see. Give me a sec here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just Tango Tactical, no underscore or anything. On Instagram.
Oh, he's not got a website?
Yeah, no website. So any sales or anything that would just go through me, just DM. We make a list and we get it going. There you go. So those are his. Those are for the rifle pouches. They're super nice. But if you go on my Instagram, you could see he made me like a camo one. And
tell everybody what you're holding up there, for our people who aren't watching.
Oh, so Tommy actually gave me this at Kalash Bash. I ended up with one of these sets. These are mag holders, I believe, right? They're they're Molly holders. So check it out. I think they're denim.
So they're denim, and he bleached them just because he made one acid wash rig.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So they got the little strap in the back. Yeah. So I got 2 of those. I ended up with 2 of these little pocket things, and then I don't remember what is this. This is
that's from AK Guys. That's the other guy we shoot for. He's a part of that AK All Day shooting squad, but that's actually a gas mask buttstock from Ukraine. So throw a gas mask on, and it fits in that little hole.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
That's legit.
Nice. Cool.
And what's the name of that company?
GPN, but the guys that sell it is AK Guys.
Gotcha.
And that's just akguys.com.
Yeah.
Scarlett, you got anybody you want to pimp?
Yeah, Syndicus. They gave me the biggest opportunity to play the part for them at SHOT Show and to shoot my first AK match. So I really love Andrew for that. I'm glad that he picked me out of a lot of people that he knows in the industry for me to shoot. So
Very
big
cool.
shout out to them and the team who's always been very sweet.
Lefty, you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out the KCI boys, KCI Mags. They put me up in a hotel, so I appreciate those guys greatly. So thank you to them.
Yeah, and I've been running those mags that they gave me, and they've been running solid so far. I haven't had any issues.
Yeah.
I haven't really done the drum one yet because it's just a pain in the ass to load. So
It's expensive to load.
well, that too, and running that with a slide fire stock is really. Oh, speaking of, and I'll get to the rest of you.
Yeah, you got that new slide fire.
Slide fire has the bump stock for the AK now, so
wow,
it is out. I haven't installed it yet, as you can see, but that's on my list of things to do. Did you get yours yet? They sent you one too.
Yep, check it out.
You already installed yours.
Yeah.
Should have known. Okay.
This little guy. I haven't shot it yet, but kind of excited to. I'm gonna load up that drum.
I'll call you when I get ready to install mine. You can walk me through it.
Just grab a hammer. You'll be all right.
It will fit. How about you, Possum?
Oh yeah, I have several companies to shout out. First off, RS Regulate. So RS Regulate, all those guys love those guys. I've been shooting for them and being an affiliate for them since 2018. If you use discount code POSSUM, OPOSSUM, at the RS Regulate website, you get 10% off your cart. That's your entire cart.
Nice.
And Mark Krebs, for first off, the M23, he has base units, he has full rifles ready to go. Super great gun, phenomenal, unrivaled, great bunch of guys making stellar products. Jamie, AK all day, love that boy. And lastly, myself. My website, ORDD LLC, that is Possum's R&D Department LLC.
Yeah, and
Again,
your Instagram's the same.
Instagram is I have that guy _possum, and then I have my business page ORDD LLC. That is strictly for the business page, and
okay,
yeah.
And last but not least,
hey, so I'm my own sponsor. So I'm my own sponsor, but I do want to shout out other individuals that are also trying. They're in the 2A right now, and it's really hard on YouTube. So Clayco 47, everybody knows him. Midwest Savage, Gear Know-How, Fit and Fire, Gun Quality Enforcement. Go follow these guys, like a video, share a video, help them out a little bit. It's hard. YouTube doesn't like all the 2A stuff. So
go to Rumble. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I will say Fit and Fire is on Rumble. He's moved his whole platform over to Rumble, and he does have a lot of subscribers. So
it's tough. I mean, Rumble is not to the level of YouTube yet, but the more people that get over there and start supporting channels like mine, like that guy you're talking about, if you got the rest of you move your shit over there, then it's just going to get better and better. But again, I love YouTube for certain things. Like today, I was trying to find a fuse in my fucking car, and I YouTubed it and showed me exactly where it was and what I needed to do to get it out and put a new fuse in. It's great for stuff like that, and they welcome that kind of stuff. But the firearms community, we're pretty much SOL, and that's fine, and I get it. And I talk a lot of shit about YouTube, but it has its purposes. It has its use.
Yeah, no, I agree. Back in the day, I mean, if you wanted to figure out how to do anything on a firearm, it was YouTube. And then they started cracking down on all those videos. So now it's like you can't. Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, I've gotten 3 emails from them in the past or this week for videos that I did 10 years ago.
Wow.
Damn, they're just now hitting me, with shit. So anyway, go to H Town Werewolf. It's on YouTube right now, and Leadhead subscribe, showing some love. Talk about what you do there. You do gun reviews. Is that what you're doing?
Honestly, I'm just trying to encourage people to go out and shoot. So that's just my personal collection. I'm just trying to do ultimately, it's just going to be memories for my kids. I have 2 boys. They love guns, and this is just going to be like a repository for them. When I'm long gone, they can come back and they can see the stuff that I was into, the stuff I liked. I mean, because they're going to end up with all these guns when I'm gone. Those are all theirs. They can fight over those guns. So I'm just making memories, trying to push the 2A stuff, trying to get people to go out and shoot a match. It's not as it's very intimidating at first, but man, once you get into it, it's awesome. You need that. The next, you're like that Chappelle guy. I need the next match because it's so much fun. Yeah, with the white lips.
Chappelle. Yeah. So, well, there you go. Go show all these great people some love. Follow them on Instagrams. Did you give your Instagrams, Scarlett?
No, it's actually Scarlett Breyer, just like my name is on right here if it's showing.
Yeah, Scarlett Breyer.
Just no space. And yeah, mostly now that I've been changing my content, is just mainly going to be just to support other women to join. And I love that more wives are joining husbands shooting matches, and even the ones that just stand there watching them. I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, let's both fight for last place. Come on.
Yeah, like Sissy up there.
Yeah, Cece can totally kick my butt. I've seen her videos. It's like, man, she's good.
Practice,
and she has the best trainer next to her.
There you go. The couple that shoots together stays together, right?
El pollo.
Yes.
All right, guys, that does it for this episode. Again, show everybody some love. All these advertisements that we've been running through this podcast, make sure you go support our sponsors. Use those discount codes. Use them or lose them is what I tell you. Because if you're not using them, then they're probably not going to extend them. So make the most of them, leadheads. And until the next episode, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer. Yes, sir.
Ow.
Ow.
Ow. You want Holly?
She said she didn't like that thing.